studio. It's Nameless Vtuber Podcast with your host. I'm MsElboim, Mimic, a D20 Mimic Vtuber doing D&D Tart reading. Got a weekly podcast and gaming and such. And I'm joined by my co-host Nyx. Nyx, who are you?
Hello everyone, I'm Nyx Oleander. I'm a half light, half dark elf who also is also the co-host of the NVP Podcast, plays one too many horror games, and has a pet named Squishy.
I'm interested by the blah 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 part.
Yes, all right.
I can't speak.
And we're joined today by a very special guest. She is actually we got 1.5 minutes of an ad, so maybe it's actually time
That's great,
to.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Perfect time to
Why they-
introduce me.
Why did they put an ad just when I start the stream? What is that?
Pre-roll ads. I hate
Mhm.
them. I wish they were right at the start of the stream, or like half an hour into stream. I hate how they're like a couple minutes after you start.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 minutes when you start. Bam, pre-roll ads, and I believe you can't cancel them.
No, you
And
can't.
I'm sub, so no Adland. Yay, Moon, you beat the system. But at least OBS started showing me that ad break is in progress,
Yeah,
which is
I like that.
really, on one hand, it's really cool and useful. On the other hand, it's really annoying because now it suddenly puts me off.
I
It's like, oh no, now I gotta do something.
I did a stream yesterday. Well, attempted to do a stream. I have not fixed my Wi-Fi, so last week's goal is a bust.
Oh,
Wi-Fi is still
no.
bad. My Wi-Fi is still really bad. So I tried streaming yesterday, and for some reason, when I ended up just like closing the stream and just continuing the collab. Like
Have you
5
considered
minutes.
using an Ethernet cable?
We discussed this. I would need like 1,000 feet long cable. It's really
Multiple
far.
cables.
It needs to be far because
When
I'm
you got the 5 of Wands. What, the internet is really far?
the box is really far.
Right? No, wait. You have a router in your home.
Yeah,
You connect the Ethernet cable from the router to the computer.
yeah, it's really far. It's not in the same
How
room.
big is your home?
3 floors, and I'm on the top floor.
Ah.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. And
Well-
I'm like the furthest. I'm the furthest away, so I actually get the weakest signal.
Get a
When you-
better home.
When you said 1,000-foot cord, I'm thinking, and I'm like, damn, does she live in like a wing? Like a wing of the house?
It would definitely would need to be decently far, just because like I live on the farther end of where the house is, and then the box is on the other side.
Well, welcome back, everyone, and let me introduce our guest for today. She is made of ink. She has a fascination about knives, and she has no colors because she's edgy.
Wow, because of Edgy. What a great intro.
She's also 5% chance, 5% French.
Chance.
Uh,
More than 5, but
she loves playing variety of games, especially Japanese RPGs, and she's southern
oh my
sometimes.
god, no, I'm not.
She's not southern.
Stop.
It's Valdixvox. Please do a proper introduction of yourself.
Hi, I'm Valdixvox. I'm a rabbit made of ink. I can shapeshift, which is why I'm not a rabbit right now. I stream things. Hi.
Woo! Actually, if you look at her Salinome statistics, you can see that she's the ultimate variety streamer. She has no one game that she streams all the time. It's all variety. It's
I mean, lately
super
it's like
variety.
mostly Final Fantasy though.
Maybe that will ruin your statistics.
Ruin them.
How you
Also,
doing?
I love how the Power Ranger picture is in front of me.
I
Oh,
look.
yeah.
It's the same on my
Wait.
end.
Oh my god. No,
It's a
it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. It should be on the wall.
It's same
It's
with the
glitchy.
figures
They mentioned-
too.
Same with the figurines. What? What is that?
Same with
Oh
the
my God.
figures.
Oh my god. It's because you're
Not
so
too
big.
big.
It's because of the layers.
It's not my fault.
So big. Here you go. No, now you're in
There's
front of the
too much
table.
ink.
Where's the table?
Oh my god.
Wow.
I just wanted to get a
Wow. Wow. Okay, I fixed you. I fixed
Nice,
Val.
nice.
Nice. We wanted to make her smaller, but I'll make her a bit smaller. It's really funny when she's that big. Look, chat. I'm gonna show you a bit cleavage. You wanna see?
Yeah.
It's not my cleavage, so I don't care.
It's not my cleavage, whatever.
How you doing?
There
How's
we
your
go.
week?
Pretty good. I've been going to the gym a lot, and it's
Gym.
like so nice. I want to live there. It's like a very like loungy, fancy gym, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
Ooh.
they make like the best smoothies I've ever had. I think they put like cocaine in them. They're so
What?
good. They're so good. Not actually,
What?
but like,
You killed me.
I just like they're just. I can't explain why they're so good and they're so addictive, and I'm just like, why do I keep craving these like protein smoothies, specifically these ones?
Maybe they do put something in them.
I think they put something in them.
I made a protein shake the other day, but it's all organic base and it's peanut butter chocolate. That one is actually really good.
I love peanut butter and chocolate.
I recently ate just fruit, summer fruit, peaches,
Oh,
bread.
white peaches are really good.
No, the pink ones. What do you mean white peaches?
White
I don't know if I've
peaches.
had-
What?
They're
There's
like
non-white peaches? What's the other color?
no, like the type is the white peach because like when you bite into it, it's super crunchy and super sweet.
Yeah. What's the?
There's
Is there
like
another?
there's like the Georgia peach, which is like it's like an orangey color.
Oh, why? Wait, there is.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever had a white peach.
I
You know,
only
you're
like
right.
white peaches.
You're right.
I love peaches. I want to try one now.
Yeah,
It's
we have
super
one. We have the
crunchy.
white peaches now.
It's crunchier than
Ah,
an
it's very
apple.
juicy as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like crunchy. I prefer I like the like I like the texture of a peach. That's my favorite thing about it. So I don't know if I'd like it more.
Oh, I like
Mm.
it because it's crunchy and sweet.
I want the softer one, but if you're talking about white, crunchy, and sweet, there is nashi, the Japanese pear. That is so good. You bite into it, and it's just a flood of juice.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
All the juices.
Mm. So I think we're gonna start with the weekly goals. Val, every week we put ourselves one goal for the week,
Oh,
and
um,
Nyx already said she failed her goal.
I failed
Nyx?
mine. I did not fix my Wi-Fi. Obviously, with yesterday's stream, that lasted 2 minutes,
Mm.
and I still got
And she's
ads after I
gonna
ended it.
she's gonna be punished. Her punishment would be to say I failed my goal in Golem's voice, in a gremlin voice.
let me drink water because I just finished eating lunch.
It's a new tradition. If you fail your goal, you get punished on live.
Okay.
Punished on 4K.
I failed my goal.
it's good actually. It's pretty good.
It's really good. I would say if I failed or succeeded, I forgot what my goal was.
Oh my god, I think that counts as a fail then if you
Was it?
forgot it.
Oh my god! Wait, no, I remember now. Was it to open the server successfully, the wizard server?
Yeah, it was opening the server successfully
Mhm.
without any like real big issues.
Yeah, and I think it
We
went
haven't-
smooth.
Yeah, it went smoothly. We didn't have any issues, I feel like.
No issues. Got a lot of people in. Trying to hang out in there every day. Hang out like 1 hour before the show, talking with people. It's really fun. I'm gonna pin it so everyone can check it out. And talking about servers, Val, I believe in your server you're gonna watch Monty Python later, right?
Yeah, it's Monty Python tonight.
Mhm.
Soft Kitten voted it in or like put it on the poll, and then it wildly won the poll because I've never seen it. So
I might join you if I'm awake, just to see
Mm.
the reactions, because that movie
Yeah,
is priceless.
yeah, I've always been meaning to watch it. It's just like one of those like I don't know. It seemed like it'd be more fun with
Mm.
friends and like
Yeah. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I've
Um,
never watched it.
You gotta check out Valdis. I give her a shout. Let me give another one. Shout is Valdixvox. You got. Oh wait, I have collab command. check her out. Join 7 p.m. PST, which if you Google 7 p.m. PST, Google will magically tell you what time is it for you. Which is 5 a.m. for me, so I might know join.
It's 9 p.m.
Also,
over here.
do you care if I link the Discord for people if they wanted to
Oh
join?
yeah.
Or...
Put it please. I believe you have mods, so you can just put it. Put your Discord link.
Yeah.
You can check it out. If you want to join the watch along, and it's an old movie. Don't expect a lot, but it's so stupid that it's funny.
Yes,
Mm,
I want to watch it for like mostly the rabbit scene.
a rabbit
Because
scene.
that's me for real, for real.
Oh.
Love it more bloody.
My energy.
I gotta
Bloody
say
with
that
violence.
I watched the actual show Monty Python. I think the show is funnier than the movie,
I
but
didn't know there was a show.
there was a show 4 seasons. But you need a very very sophisticated understanding of British culture because it's very high political British humor.
I watch a lot of BBC, so
Well, you're ready then. They mock the BBC nonstop. Which
I
is
learned
hilarious
so much about
because
politics from like Sherlock and Doctor Who.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I love
Sherlock and
that.
Doctor Who. British taking over.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, and Good Omens, which just got a season 2, and the season 2 was so
Oh, really? Maybe it's time
Yeah.
to crack it open and watch it actually. I think
Yeah.
I was left a Good Man to watch later at one point, and
I love
Actually-
Good Omens. It's a fun show.
Good Omen. I'll put it here to watch later. So, let's go to our first topic. We got a bunch of interesting topics for today.
We
For
do.
everyone. Some of them really spicy. Really, really spicy. We're gonna start with the spiciest one.
Oh boy.
You ready, everyone? It's a spicy topic. And before we start with this topic, I'm gonna ask you, chat, a question. When you look at Val right now, is she a moth? Is she a bunny?
Oh my god.
What do you think she is?
That's not fair. I'm not using my 2D live model.
She's a witch moth. What else? Chat, I wanna
witch
listen.
moth.
A witch moth. What do you think she is? What animal or VTuber? Like, you look at Nyx, obviously she's a mushroom VTuber. You look at me, obviously I'm a cringe VTuber. What is Val? What is she?
I'm a bunny.
A witch?
Just based off
Yeah,
of
I'm aware
the
that you're my witcher.
PNG.
A mommy? Ooh.
Nice.
Nice. You get a
A
mommy
sandwich.
from face. Sandwich.
Let's go.
Valdix, do you want to tell us what you are?
Yeah, I'm a bunny. Um, I am a rabbit VTuber. I swear, I have rabbit ears on my 2D live and everything. I'm a rabbit.
Why does everyone think you're a moth?
See, I didn't know at first because when I got the model, I saw the PNG and I'm like, yeah, that's a bunny, like right off the bat when I saw it. Like otherwise I probably would have asked for some revisions to make it look a little more obviously rabbit-like.
Mhm.
Even like the shape of the nose was very much like kind of like bunny to me. And I like my friends saw it as bunny, and I've noticed that like it's kind of like a 50-50 when people see my model. Like some people think, yeah, bunny, like I thought it was a bunny right away, and then some people are like, oh, I thought it was a moth. It's like a freaking Rorschach, like what do you see? Which kind of
Oh.
works because I'm like it's kind of funny because I'm made of ink, so like I do like that sense, but like I think it's because I have like on the original model, I've got like the I don't know if you want to like maybe put it so people know what I'm talking about.
Actually, I'm gonna show a clip of Val so everyone can
Oh
see.
yeah, cause I think it's because of like the tufts of fluff, like by my ears,
Hmm.
which are like kind of in my lore just supposed to be like decorative fluff pieces on the hood. Like I've got 2 on my gloves too, though I actually got rid of those with some. I got like the hands redone in the artwork, so those aren't there anymore. So I
Hmm.
think it's because of like the fluffy bits that people are like, oh, a moth, and I'm like, I should get rid of the fluffy bits.
Let me
'Cause
put
you're making
her.
people think I'm a moth.
That's her model, the PNG. And this is rabbit ears, and she drips the ink. That's her drip.
Yeah, they're droopy rabbit ears, but apparently because of the fluff and like people
The
thinking it's a
fluff.
moth, people I didn't know what people think the ears were, but
Hmm.
apparently they apparently they think prey interesting. Apparently they think those are wings. Like
Oh, yeah, the
I
moth
think
wings.
it's I think it's because of the
Yeah.
lines. And
Mm.
I didn't have a problem with the lines because the design is based on a mixture of a rabbit and a mushroom, like an ink cap mushroom. So the lines are
Oh.
like the lines of the mushroom, and I just kind of see them as like ink veins, but people see them as like wings because of that.
Oh. Question for Tart is she a moth or a bunny? Actually, I drew the perfect card for Val, which is the number 2,
Oh
the
man,
High Priestess, which is the
let's
Lady
go.
of Mystery.
Oh.
Embrace mystery. There is no right or wrong answer. She's a slime girl. She can be anything.
I'm actually getting tarot card art right now, but I'm gonna be the hermit.
Hermit also works for her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm the hermit. Let's go.
Let's
Especially in
go.
my lore.
Let's
Let's
go.
just fly. Let's go. Let me put
Especially.
a video of Val so you can see a bit what we're
Oh
talking
yes.
about. Next, I'm gonna put the blue hair, red eyes.
Got it. Number 3.
Yeah, ready?
Number three. Number three, my
Yes.
lord.
3, 2, 1,
I
launch.
have to say something, chat, because I am outraged. I am outraged. You see this boy right here? This cute boy with the blue hair and the red eyes. This cute little bottom femboy, pretty boy. So they give us a boy this beautiful and this cute and shy and self-deprecating, and I'm like, maybe I might romance him, I might marry him, and I look up the list of romance options and he's not romanceable. How dare they give us a femboy bussy this fine and not let us fuck it. Like, how dare they give us this, wave it in our face, lead us on, and then not let us peg the bussy. I don't. No, not on my watch. No, sir. What the fuck? Also has blue hair and red eyes. Blue hair. It's true. You do. I just remember. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got really passionate.
So what's going on there? What happened in that scene?
I was really mad because I was playing the new Fire Emblem game, and I finally found like a character where I'm like, this is the boy. I'm gonna marry him. Like the second I first saw him, I'm like, yeah, this is my romance option. I'm S ranking this fucker. He's getting S ranked. Oh, delicious. And then I look up the romance options, and I'm like, what the fuck do you mean he's not a romance option? Fuck do you mean?
I don't remember exactly which game, but it happens in JRPGs. You want romance, and then either you can't romance the character, or there's no romance in the game at all. And
Mm.
sometimes they have updates to change that. Like if I know some games they had an update to like a DLC where you can make some characters romanceable.
Yeah, like it pissed me off because usually in Fire Emblem though, like ever since they added like the S ranking, you can pretty much S rank everyone. But for some reason they changed up the formula with this one, and we're like, well, and they're like,
Mm.
well, let's just make like half of them like S rankable, and I'm like, why?
They at least make them better voice acting or something.
Or like, yeah, just I don't know. I feel like the newest Fire
Mm.
Emblem, I liked the least amount of characters like that out of any Fire Emblem game I've played. It was definitely I was still enjoying it because it was scratching my like wanting a new Fire Emblem game itch. But like the further I got away from the game after beating it, the more I was like, that was the worst Fire Emblem game I've played.
Really?
I was like, people would come in and be like, how is it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm having fun. And then like I beat the game and I'm like, that game sucked. That was like barely a Fire Emblem game. Like Mr. Colgate lead protagonist. I don't know.
But you never said that on stream. Actually, that's a bit of a different topic. But
Yeah.
does it happen that you hate a game, but you force yourself to play it anyway?
Um, if I like really hated a game, I would just drop it. Like that's why it's like if I was enjoying it. Like I wasn't lying cuz like while I was playing it, I think I was just like so hungry for a new Fire Emblem game cuz I initially bought my Switch for to play Fire Emblem 3 Houses when that
Oh.
came out.
Oh.
So like I haven't like I played that game like 3 4 times and then like I'm waiting for like a new one, and so it comes out and I'm just so excited that there's finally like not a spin-off Fire Emblem, like it's like a full title. I thought it was going to be a spin-off when I first saw it. It looked like a spin-off. The game kind of half felt like it felt like half of a Fire Emblem game. I don't know. It's just I was so excited, so like I was enjoying it. But like looking back, I feel like every other Fire Emblem I've played, I'm like, yeah, that part was really cool. And like I look back to this one and I'm like, nothing was memorable. A completely
Hmm.
skippable Fire Emblem game.
Also, it's a really long JRPG, right? I can't play a long JRPG on stream. It feels like playing 10 or 20 streams of the same game.
Yeah, that's been me right now with Final Fantasy
Yeah.
16, but I think I'm getting close to the end of the game.
Like Arrow played Final Fantasy 16 for a while, for very long streams, and he likes JRPGs, but it's hard to find people to actually sit down and watch all of that.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It does get difficult for streaming. I do feel like it's maybe better for like YouTube content if you're like a
Mm,
YouTuber, because then people can just like watch all the VODs. Whereas like for streaming, it's hard for people to follow the narrative for sure. However, like I'd rather play games that like I'm having fun with, whether they're like
yes.
longer or shorter, because like I don't want to force myself to play things that like I'm not feeling just because like I feel like they'd be good stream content. I'll do it now and again for like collab games because like I don't really like Among Us, to be honest. I've never really been that big of an Among Us fan, but like if someone asks me for like a big Among Us collab, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I can like play like I'm not like miserable on Among Us. I'm just like not super, like I don't find it like super entertaining, but like I don't mind playing something that's like kind of mid or like maybe not my cup of tea for a collab. I just like don't want to do it on my own. So
Hmm.
Mm.
I'll say it straight out. I hate Among Us. I think the game is noisy, chaotic in a bad way, and annoying. But if I would be invited to a collab of Among Us, and I know almost everyone, let's say 9 out of 10 people, I would gladly play it. Because so far, when I played Among Us, I didn't know anyone. And
yeah,
that ruins the experience so much.
I will say it's like at least kind of fun. Like it's still not really my kind of game, but it's at least like kind of fun for a while if it's like a whole big group of people that like have mics and like at least like you kind of
Yeah.
know at least maybe like half or most of the people, because when you're just playing with like full strangers or like playing with like people on the internet and it's like typing, like that's not fun. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the only fun thing about Among Us is like the chaos like gaslighting moments between
Yeah,
you and your
yeah.
friends.
One
So
says
like
social
yeah.
deduction games have a lot of lying and accusation. This is actually the good part. That's the really fun part. But then there's player
Yeah.
elimination. Someone gets kicked out of the game, and now they have to wait for like 30 minutes until the game is over.
Yeah, they're
And
just watching.
that's, yeah. What do? You talk with your chat, and that's really boring.
Yeah. Yeah, the fun part is definitely just like the gaslighting your
Hmm.
friends.
So let's
But
just
yeah.
gaslight each other on stream
Gaslight
instead. We need
girl
to game.
boss.
Yeah. Just sit down and gaslight each other.
It's like the
You.
one chance that you can just go fully
Hmm.
loose on just like your toxic, like the inner voice that tells you to lie, that you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be honest. It's like you can just be like, oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
By the
That's
way,
like the good part.
you know that we actually were supposed to start the podcast an hour ago, but you just both of you were late.
What? But
That's
If I remember
gaslighting.
correctly, I had to go get you, Mimic, because you forgot what time it was.
I didn't forget. I had a time, an alarm. I just said I'm gonna hang out here until you wake up.
And then you said, "Oh, what time is it? Oh, shoot, it's that time already."
I said it, but 3 minutes later I had an alarm going, so it's fine. I had a friend, the couple, where the girlfriend literally almost threatened to break up if he did not believe her. Then she was getting tired of him suspecting her. He trusted her. She was the imposter. Actually, I have a couple. The girl is doing that to the guy all the time in every single game, and we're so out of it already. She's like every time, if you attack me in the game, we're done. We're through. You sleep on the couch today.
damn.
Oh my gosh, that's Jeez.
Yeah.
hardcore. That's
Mhm.
so crazy.
We don't like the hate sex. I
God
don't know.
damn. They'd hate sex then.
Going a bit off topic again. We still don't worry. We're gonna go back to is Val a moth or a bunny? But yesterday, Shimon actually asked me on stream why am I not playing mainstream games like Valorant and Fortnite and Apex and Minecraft and such. And I said I don't really enjoy those kind of games. And it kind of rings to me what Val just said that you like to play those JRPGs because you enjoy them. So do you sometimes play games that you don't really enjoy, but you kind of force yourself to play them, maybe because they're popular?
Do
Or-
I?
For
Or
Both of you, or do you exclusively play games that you like?
Nixie first.
I have my own rule of I will never play a game that I do not like, whether it be on stream or off stream. I will try it once, and if I still say I don't like it, I refuse to play it on stream.
Yeah, for me it's like I feel like it kind of depends on the game and how much I dislike it, because if it's a game that I just like, I know it's going to be like really really painful for me, cuz like I also like if it's a game I can't play versus don't want to play, those are two different things to me, cuz like if people like if chat like really really wanted me to play something and I just like think it doesn't really look like my cup of tea, or it's like a rage game that I've been really not wanting to play because I don't like rage games. But if it's for like, you know, like Donathon, or if just like chat just like really wants it, I might do it as like a redeem or a reward or something, for like a stream or two. I'm not gonna play anything like super long that I don't want to play, but like, you know, I don't mind doing like catering to chat a little bit if like they really want to see me play something. That being said, if it's like a first person game, like if it's like Phasmo or something, I get really bad motion sickness with first person point of view.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not even a matter of just like catering to chat. Like I played Phasmo one time for about like an hour and a half. I was laying on my bed with a migraine so bad I was
Oh, my
crying
God.
like the rest
no.
of the day. I thought it would be okay because sometimes if the first person game is really slow paced, I can play it for a little while before I get a migraine, but something about Phasmo just made me really, really motion sick. And I find that, like, I just cannot play first person point of view games. So it's like, if I can't play it, I can't play it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think I would have that issue, but some first person games that I played on streaming made me so nauseous, especially if it's like a free game with a really bad camera.
Yeah. Like I
That's
find even though
interesting.
they're slow paced, like indie first person, something about
Mhm.
them is even worse.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
camera sensitivity or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the free games, indie, I had the most issues with them. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Mm.
like any dark gritty color with first person also strains my eyes more.
Hmm.
Like I find that like the most playable first person game I've ever tried for me was probably Borderlands, because although it's first person, it's so like it's so like kind of like bright and colorful and everything so clearly outlined. I'm not straining my eyes for things at all. So like it'll still make me sick if I play for a little while, and like it still does bug my eyes a bit, and like I'm not very good at it cuz like it's bothering my eyes, but like I can play it for a little while before like I'm going to be in like migraine territory.
Does it also happen to you off stream? Because when I think about it, it only started for me on streaming.
Yeah, it happens to me off stream. It's like it's something that I've had like ever since I was a kid, honestly. I think it
Hmm.
started maybe around like cuz I never tried playing any first person games other than maybe like one or two on the Sega, which
Oh.
actually I don't think bothered me when I was
Oh.
little, but I was like 5, 6. Once I hit high school and I tried like because I had a friend who was super into like Call of Duty, and I was always like, I don't know, first person shooters don't look like they're my cup of tea, but like I really wanted to play something with her, and that was like all she played. So I picked it up and like tried to play with her, and like, no, they make me so sick.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of games where I've either played with someone or I've played myself and they said like they can't play it anymore just because like how the movement in the game is. And sometimes, like, depending on what kind of game it is, I know some horror games intentionally make the game like very like blurry, and it
Yeah.
makes your game already kind of like hazy, and so looking at it just gives you a headache.
Yeah, and also like a lot of panning and camera shakes and like things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like if you're like knocked out and it's just like, ooh, I can't look at this. Or like even games that are like not first person, but if they're like over the shoulder and the camera shakes while they run, I can't do it.
Mm.
Mm, for me, it's usually nausea, and then I get dizzy at one point. And I think first time it happened, I was playing with Koara. We played, it was like almost a year ago. We played, it was an SCP indie game. It was free,
Mm.
and the camera was so bad. And I felt, no, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. But the more we streamed, the worse it became. So now, if it starts, I just tell everyone, okay, sorry, not for me. Recently, I got invited with by a few friends to play in VR chat, and I could stand there for like 1 hour until I started feeling that, and like, okay, bye. Like,
VR chat is
sorry.
hard.
Mm.
I had the opportunity to play it once, and I said like, oh, I was only gonna play for like an hour, and my friend and I ended up playing it for 3 hours, and we left with such massive headaches.
Oh my god.
Yeah, once again, VR chat is another one of those games where I'm like, it's probably like fairly easy on the eyes for a first person game because you can just walk around at your own pace. I made a friend in the community like around when I first started, and she did like movie nights in VR chat where it's like they went to like a theater and projected it on like the screen in VR chat. And I'm like, oh, that sounds cute. And they were doing Beetlejuice, and I joined. By the end of the movie, I was so sick. I like uninstalled that day. I'm like, never again.
Oh my
Never
god.
again. I was mostly just sitting
Mm.
too. I didn't even do a lot of walking around. It just bothered me.
Going back to the bunny or moth, she can't be a moth because moth don't get sick from that. They can easily
Exactly, exactly.
fly upside down, stick to the ceiling, you know.
Exactly. It's why I'm a bunny.
hmm But I wanted to talk about that because let's be honest, people in your community they know you're a bunny,
Yeah,
but they still call you a moth. It's kind of
yeah.
a bullying the streamer or a joke.
Yeah, I I will say because like I do have some like even friends that'll do it, and it's one of those things where I'm like I don't mind to a degree. Like if it's like the occasional like, like bunny moth or like, like moth who thinks she's a bunny or something like that. That's fine. I do get like I've talked to other like Altera members about like should I like what to do about it because I don't like when the joke goes like too far because although like I didn't mind the joke at all at first for a little while when it started because I'm like okay yeah haha it's kind of funny people think like some people seem to think I'm a moth but the more it happens the more like people will be new to my channel and they'll see like the moth jokes and they'll just like 100% think I'm a moth and it's like I feel like it's almost like taking my own lore identity away from me and I'm like it's getting out of hand where I'm like I don't
Mm.
mind the occasional joke and like I even added like a moth redeem. I made it like super expensive but like you can like turn me into my moth PNG
Oh,
in like a
Mm.
way of like friendly bullying and I'm like while
wait,
this PNG is up
you have a moth PNG?
yeah, I have a moth PNG.
Wait, what? Send me.
It's just a
I
little.
want to
It's a
show
little like
everyone.
yeah. One sec. It's a little like pixel moth. Let me grab it.
I didn't know that.
I already know that. I was like, I want to see this too.
Ever saw it on your
Yeah,
stream?
but but yeah, I've got like this one. It's got like different
Oh,
expressions and stuff
Oh,
too. I love like the little like curious
I never saw that. That is
expressions.
so cute.
Yeah, yeah. Like
You
it's
see,
it's
everyone,
a
that's
cute
a moth.
little.
that's
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a moth. And so like yeah, like I don't mind like if people want to bully me, they can like maybe save up the points. It's like 10K to turn me into that, and then I'll like turn into that, and like that's fine. But like my main issue with the moth, oh my god, my main issue
I'm gonna
with
put
the
you next to
moth
the light.
jokes, the lamp. But yeah, my main issue with the moth jokes is like when I'm like, it's like saying it once is fine, but then if I do something like, okay, but like I'm a bunny, and then people like really like gun down on it sometimes, or it's like no you're not, or it's like my biggest issue is when people raid into me and it's like their first time in my channel and I'm like, hi, like I'm Valdixvox. I'm a rabbit VTuber. I'm a rabbit made of ink, and my chat's kind of being like doing the streamer bully thing, but they're like, don't listen to her. She's a moth. Like I don't really like. That's when I think it goes too far a little bit. And
Hmm.
like once again, I've had like my own friends do this, so it's like I have to be better at like saying that I'm not cool with that, and like maybe even adding a rule. But like I don't know how to add a rule for like it's okay to sometimes call me it, just don't go overboard. Like I don't know how to word a rule like that, so because then it's just yeah, I find that like people
Hmm.
who rate in, I've had people who rated into that be like, wait, I'm confused. So like she's a like some people obviously are gonna understand that like it's just the chat memeing around, but some people get legitimately confused and or like they just like remember later like they heard bunny but then they also heard moth, and so later if they come back to my stream sometimes they just remember like moth and then that gets in their head, and then, if anything, it's more just like immediately recruiting more people in on the joke to bully me. And I'm just like, it's one of those things where I'm like, it started out as such a little thing that I kind of laughed at. And it's getting to the point where I'm like, okay, guys, but like, seriously, please do acknowledge that like I'm a
Hmm.
rabbit tuber because I worked really hard on my lore. And I'm literally the white rabbit of Wonderland turned into like an Eldritch Ink thing. So when my lore is literally like I'm the white rabbit and it's like, well, no, she's a moth, don't listen to her, it's like it gets a little tiring.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Wow. Sorry, we got
Pikachu.
some ridiculous.
Okay.
Um, I've seen, it's a Mario. Actually, you know what? I can give you a better Mario. You ready for the second video, Nix?
Is
Oh
it
no.
the middle one?
Yeah, Italian Val.
I didn't watch the clips beforehand.
Perfect. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm trying to figure out which one it was.
You're gonna get the best Mario ever.
I'm gonna assume it's this one. Okay, I'm ready.
Here we go. Wait.
Ah.
I love you, Mario.
Oh.
Best Mario around here.
Hold on, the bitch, I got the raid. 1 second. I'm just kidding. Much of my attention.
Hey, I'm sorry.
One
I'm
sec,
sorry,
no,
man.
please don't leave me. I apologize. One moment. Hi. Wow, welcome.
It's okay, Mario. I'll look at that
Hey,
one,
Mario has arrived. Hi. Let me do a shout out.
Hold on, I'm in the beach.
Damn, bitch, you want so much of my attention.
I guess Italian is not your main language.
No, it's not.
That was hilarious. I've seen a lot of VTubers this year who has been dealing with a joke going too far. Where I remember this VTuber who's her chat constantly called her stupid and bad at games, to the point that she didn't know how to stop doing that. Actually, it's way more common than you think. I've seen a lot of female VTubers saying in their bio, "I'm bad at games" or "I'm stupid" or stuff like that. Um, and you never know how to balance that, how to address that to your community, but at the same time, you don't want to come out as, "Oh, this is a no funny zone.
Yeah.
You can't make jokes or whatever."
Yeah, like it's like I don't want to be a stick in the mud, but like
Mm-hmm.
once something stops being funny to you and it starts actually like getting on your nerves a little bit or like upsetting you a bit, it's like cuz yeah, I had a lot of people who like even like friends be like, "Oh, are you like actually like angry when like you get called a moth or is that like a joke?" And at first like I would always be like, "No, it's it's fine. I'm just like memeing around. And I knew it bugged me a little even when I was saying that, but I felt like such a like I don't know how to be like, yes, I actually get like cuz I get like kind of joke mad when people do it, but like I didn't know how to be like, yes, I actually hate it. So it's like it's my own fault for like not saying
Hmm.
like, yeah, it does bug me a bit. I would like if people would actually like acknowledge that I'm a bunny, but it's just like it kind of just snowballed cuz like yeah, it doesn't bother me when it's like a few people occasionally doing like the moth joke. It started to bother me when it started to be like the majority of my chat
Yeah,
doing
I'm with
Mm.
Arrow. When you say it bugs me, you should say pun not
oh
intended.
my god.
Oh my gosh.
They-
I
yeah.
also I'm gonna say, fix me if I'm correct me if I'm wrong. It also depends on who says that and what's the tonation. Is
Um
it in a funny humor way or is it in like a I'm trying to be I don't know. I don't know
I
what the
don't
word is, but there's some people who might say a joke in a way that's funny and might say a joke in a way that's not funny. It's like bothering.
I don't notice that specifically with the moth thing. I don't think it matters so much who says it because like well
Hmm.
I mean I guess a little bit because if it's someone that like only drops in like occasionally or like
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's just like they don't say it very often then that's fine and then like that's not gonna bug me. It's when people say it like a lot or like my biggest thing is honestly yes when I get raids and I feel like it's very common that there will be at least like a couple people in my chat doing like the whole like don't listen to her and like one of them to be fair is even my mod so it's like I'm not like angry or holding grudges about it it's just kind of a little bit like I get a little upset by it because it feels like right away these people are going to be in on the joke and then they're also going to start doing like if they
Mm-hmm.
decide to stick
Mm.
around like they're also going to be doing like the oh, so she's a moth. Okay, got it. Haha. Don't call her a bunny, call her a moth. And I'm like and once again, it's a little bit like it shouldn't bother me, but it is a little bit like I have like a whole Wonderland lore and I'm in a like VTuber group where we're all themed after Wonderland and my character lore I actually work to like I don't talk about it because I feel like it's one of those things where I'm like, scared of being cringe but like even
Mm.
though I shouldn't be because like that's like the VTuber community is very expressive but like I I actually worked like hard on my lore. I wrote out like I have so much lore for my character and I like don't talk about it a lot, but I'm like I am like the white rabbit with like a darker twist sort of and like so yeah, it feels very like my lore doesn't matter. You have fluffies on your hood, so you're a moth and it's like
Mm.
I understand it's friendly bullying. That's why like I'm not mad at anybody who does it. And like I said, a couple of these are like my mods and my friends. It's more just like this is going a little too far and I wish people wouldn't do it so often or like when I get raids and such.
And I think you
Mm.
said something that vibes with a lot of people. When friends are saying a joke, and then new viewers come to your stream, they see that they think, okay, this is something that is allowed here. Let's say they call the streamer stupid or bad at games, then new viewers will be like, yeah, the streamer is stupid, and then even if they're not a part of the joke, it's already beyond your control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that actually that like cuz like I put in my cuz I actually really hate the bully the streamer joke. Not going to lie. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like I don't obviously there is playful teasing of like the streamer and if you're like a regular viewer and like you've like found a good line of like what's okay, like that's obviously totally fine. I'm not saying like yeah, you can't have fun, but I do hate like the whole like bully the streamer joke of like let's just not listen to what the streamer is telling us to please do or like you know if like it or if like the streamer like let's just all call the streamer like stupid and stinky and like meme on something and like
Mm.
that's like I've always one thing I just and it's such a like stupid pet peeve but like one thing I also don't like in this community is just the amount people will like endearingly call each other stinky because like I personally don't really like that word. I find it kind of childish and like I don't really like being called stinky. Like I find it I think like people say stinky and like my mind just immediately associates it with like gross things. So it's like I just don't really like it. So I actually
Mm.
banned I'm not sure if it still is, but I did ban stinky in my chat for a
Mm.
while because I just didn't like the word. And people, I banned like a couple other like kind of like gross words that I just don't like, and people have come in and gotten like kind of like I personally really don't like the word like fart. I think it's like immature. I think it's gross. And like some people have like fart sound effects, or like they'll have like a like command or something where you can do like exclamation point like fart or whatever. And I just find that like really gross, and it's my channel. I can ban or do whatever I want. So yeah, I banned that word because I don't like those kinds of jokes. And I've had people come in and be like, oh, your chat's like, and then they'll put like an asterisk instead of the A, like fart phobic. And I'm just like,
Uh,
yeah, because like I'm not like, people can say whatever they want in their streams, and if I'm collabing with people, like obviously they can say whatever they want, but I'm also allowed to like ban words I don't really like in my chat, and I don't really want jokes about in my chat because I just find it kind of gross. And they'll do like X, and then they started doing like exclamation point fard with like a D, and like different ways of spelling it, and they were, and I'm
this is
like,
why I wanted to ask, if you
Oh.
ban a word, does it make people rebel and actually try to go around and
yeah,
use
like
it?
that's the thing. Like if anything, people get like up in arms, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is my space. If a
Hmm.
word makes me personally like uncomfortable or a little like grossed out, I should be allowed to like ban it, because and I feel like I mean, if you like, I have friends that will like make like fart jokes and stuff, and I'm like, I'll be in collabs with them when they do it. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, that's disgusting, stop it. Like, as long as they're not like going like really graphic and overboard, like I
How
don't
did people know
mind.
that you banned the words, for example? Because I have some banned words, but these are like political words that nobody will ever know. But I'm like, if a troll, a political troll or something will come in, then at least I won't have to deal with that, and we just move on. But in that case, it seemed like people knew that you banned that word.
Well, because someone came in and the very first thing they tried to do was exclamation point fart. And that's the thing. I feel like the types of people that are gonna come in and just start wanting to talk about like farts the second they enter my chat, I don't I don't really want them in my chat. So like I don't care. Like
So I'll be
um
direct. Why not ban that person or time them out?
Nowadays I might have. It was definitely, I'm still trying to get better at timing out or banning people.
Hmm.
I think like I I've definitely suffered from like I'm like very passive on stream, where I'm like, I feel like it kills the vibe to like suddenly
Hmm.
bring the ban hammer down, even though like I'm really starting to realize like no, it doesn't. If anything, it brings the vibe down more if you're kind of letting people walk all over you in your
Yeah.
chat, and
Yeah.
it's like kind of weird. So I do need to start getting better with like timing people out and like banning people. And I have had cases where I've had like active viewers be timed out and never come back again. But I'm like, and like at the
Get
same
wrecked.
time, and that's like one thing I'm also afraid of, like what if they're just so insulted, they're like they hate me, and then I'm like, why do I care? Like if they're gonna be and that's what I'm kind of getting to now, where I'm like, if it's someone who's gonna be like so personally insulted that they did something I asked them not to, or they said something that I personally found to be somewhat offensive, so I gave them a timeout, that they're gonna rage quit forever, then like I don't, once again, it's like I need to, like
You
I don't
don't
want
want
them
them in the
around.
community in the first place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't
Mm-hmm.
want them in my community if they're gonna be like that. Cause yeah, I timed someone out once, and this was like one of my viewers from like the one of my very first viewers when I started streaming. Um, I timed them out, and because they were being creepy towards someone else in my chat who was also a VTuber streamer, and they were like, like, oh, let's like, yeah, it's like they agreed on something with them, so they were like, let's like violently make out, and I was just like, it wasn't that bad,
What?
but I'm like, if it was towards me, I could have laughed it off, but I'm like, I don't know the lines of this like other VTuber friend of mine. Like that made me a little uncomfortable, so I gave them a timeout. And then when their timeout ended, they were like, "Oh, I guess I'm free now." I was just talking to her the way I do to my friends, but like I guess that's not allowed here. And I'm like, "Yeah, it's not, cuz like I can't read your tone. I don't know how serious you were. I don't know if like she was uncomfortable. Like I don't say things like that to other people in chat. Like if you don't really know them, like especially if you don't know them and you're like also a viewer in their streams, like I feel like that's not really appropriate. And so yeah, it was very much like they just kind of like really whined about it. I'm not gonna name them, but like I'm
No,
gonna
no, no.
just
Of
say that
course not.
the ironic part is they're also a street like a smaller VTuber, so I'm like, you think you would be like understanding of that, but
It's completely
but
different communities. You never know what they like, what they
Mm-hmm.
watch, what they think
yeah.
is makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like they just they were like, I guess I'm free now, and they were like, well, I guess that's not allowed here, and they kept saying they were gonna go, but they stayed in my chat for so long, like they were like, anyway,
Yeah.
bye, dot dot dot, and then like I'd be like, okay, later, thanks for coming in, and I'd just get away from it, and I'd keep talking, and a few minutes later, they'd comment on something I'd said, and they'd be like, anyway, I guess I'm gonna go now.
Oh my
Bye. And
gosh.
then like they came into my stream one more time after that, tried to redeem something, and I'm like, oh sorry, I actually that redeem is not available for collabs. I didn't pause it, sorry. I'll refund you after the stream. And I was like, sorry about that. And they were like, or you could just time me out again, I guess. And then they never came back. And I'm
My
like,
God.
fucking once again, like people who are gonna act like this because they got timed out once, like if you can't move past it, that's a you problem.
They just want attention and be a part of a group and don't understand being toxic bully does not help. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
passive aggressive and I had something to say and just escaped immediately when I wanted to say it.
Oh no.
Yeah,
It's actually so
but
interesting because I had a different experience when like I've had people timed out in my chats. They would end up DMing me and then apologizing for their actions.
Yeah, see, like I feel like that's a good response. Like if I time out someone and they're like, "Hey, sorry, I realize now that could have come across like even if it is like, they meant a different tone, but like I just as the streamer can't read that cuz like I just want to be safe and like maybe give it a
mhm.
timeout." So it's like a way of being like that's not okay. They don't have to apologize, honestly. Like they can just move past it if they want. Or if they do apologize, that's even better. Like I have had people in my like not in stream but like in Discord before where because I'm very much not okay with like sort of like because I'm vegetarian and I don't care if people eat meat like at all. I never have, but
People
because I've
eat
been
you?
veggie since I was like a kid. Well no, someone was doing that like the best part about rabbits is like they're delicious and like
Oh, I
like
see.
and like
Oh.
taunting. I don't mind if people eat meat, but I
But
hate
you're
when people like
but you're full of ink.
yeah, but like they didn't mean me, but like it's just like one of those like almost taunting about it. Like, yeah, like I love to like kill and eat rabbits. And I'm like,
Oh, I see.
and I had to be like, that's not okay here. And I think they thought I was joking at first because they kept going with it. And like, yeah, it was in the Discord, and I had to be like, and I got very serious. And I'm like, no, jokes like that are absolutely not welcome here. And they apologized, and we immediately got past it. And now it's like I actually respect them more for like apologizing. They were just like
Right?
they
Mm-hmm.
apologized and they thanked me for letting them know my boundaries like when I was uncomfortable. And I'm like, healthy communication?
Mm-hmm.
What?
In the
Like in a
VTuber,
Discord?
oh my God.
In
Yeah.
Actually,
VTubing in a Discord?
I have someone who we had a big fight and they blocked me like half a year ago because some misunderstanding. And then recently they actually called me and apologized for all of that and
Oh.
unblocked me and so on. And I'm like, what is going on here? People are actually capable of grown up adult conversation in the video game industry. Wow, well, it was amazing. And
Yeah.
I really thought I will never talk to that person ever again. But I actually respect them a lot more now. It's really unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like if like even if someone does something that bothers me, if they apologize and like, unless it's obviously like there's like
Yeah.
passive aggressive apologies where it's like, sorry, I guess that you were offended kind of apology. Like I've had people apologize like that after being banned actually, and I'm
I'm
like,
really
you're
sorry, but
not
I was right anyway. You're wrong, just so you know that.
yeah, just so you know. And I'm like, you're not really apologizing, but okay. But like when people legitimately are just like it doesn't have to be like the most sincere apology in the world as long as it's just like a hey, sorry, I didn't know how that would come across or like that's fine. Like I'm like I I have such a like random like I have such a bad relationship with my father and I don't think my father has ever apologized to me in his life. And recently he did something that was like very rude and I went downstairs and I get a text from him that's just sorry sad face and I was like instantly not mad anymore. And I was just like so impressed that he apologized. And I'm like, I feel like people underestimate what just like apologizing can do. Like it just makes the person respect you more. So many people see it as like a losing or it's like a pride thing. And I'm like, it's sometimes it's just an adult thing to do to be like, oh sorry, I didn't realize like, or like, sorry about that. I guess I was like acting out a bit or like whatever. And it's just like, oh nice. We're chill now.
Then again, I would say the complete opposite. I had cases of people doing something bad on my chat, and after the stream, not during the stream, because during the stream I try to brush it off, and the show must go on. But after the stream, I thought, I don't want that person here again. So I ended up banning them. Um, and then in some cases, a person would apologize. But even after the apology, I felt, no, they're gonna do it again. I just an apology doesn't work here.
I mean, yeah, there are lines for sure. Because like, if someone's gonna be like I don't know, if someone comes into my chat and they're like being like blatantly homophobic, and then they're like, sorry, I guess that was too far. That wasn't okay, or like, sorry about that. I'm not gonna unban them. Like,
Yeah.
there are
Mhm.
lines of like, no, like for you to say that or for you to do that, like that's not something that's welcome here. But like, yeah, like for the most part, I feel like if it's like a hard ban, some things, yes, I feel like they could apologize for and I would unban them. But like if it's like I feel like anything that's like a timeout, usually that's usually the area where I'm like, you can just say nothing and move past it. You could apologize. Like either way, it's gonna be fine. Like it's just a timeout.
Yeah.
Nix,
Yeah,
did you have
so
any cases like that, or like bullying?
I my chat tends to like nicely bully me, but it's never gotten to a point where I've told them like I don't want this anymore or like stop saying this or that. I think it has stayed on a level where it's just kind of been like cute, nice bullying. And I
But
think
I
like
think you're the person that if someone says anything that you don't like, they're banned the end of the stream.
yeah.
damn.
Yeah, I'm very cutthroat. You do something wrong, you say something wrong, you either get timed out or if it's really bad, you get banned.
Yeah,
I
Nix
need to
is
I need to
ruthless.
become more like that.
Oh my god, are you gonna collab with each other? Let's go.
Ban collab.
A
You
band
know that.
collab.
Actually, this. Oh, I forgot to say that in the introduction. I was practicing the introduction. I forgot. Val is one of the most responsible and committed person that I know. She, I believe, never canceled a collab with me. Um, Even when other people in a collab didn't show up, she showed up just in case. And she only rivals Nyx, who is well, Nyx is a phenomenon with collabs. Even when her Wi-Fi cancels a collab for her, she manages to find a way to be there. And you two are actually you live in the same state. You're the same age.
Wait, we live in states?
Wait, what?
You live in the same street. You're the same shoe size. And no, I'm just saying stuff. I don't know. Wi-Fi couldn't
I don't know.
strikes.
We might come from the same mushroom family.
Maybe. I was also just thinking like I'm not even in a state, so that's
No, I
impressive.
thought, wait, she's Canada. That doesn't work like that. She's not doing it to Americans.
Also, yeah, I just want to say because it occurs to me because I was talking about like the person who like acted really like acted out a lot after getting timed out. They're actually part of the reason that like I think I unbanned Stinky from my chat. I only had it banned specifically
Because of that person?
that person, and they're also one of the main reasons I have like the rule of like if you like to like playfully bully and like troll streamers, like this is not the place for you because his favorite thing to do was just he would come into like every stream and he'd be like, you know, what's up, Stinky? what's up, Stinky Vox, or should I
Oh my
say
gosh.
Stinky Socks? And like basically just and just be like, haha, kidding, love you, goober. And I'm like, but then he would also do stuff like I don't even think Val's following me back. Val would never collab with me. LOL. And I'm like, this is really weird. Like, yeah, I'm like, half your interactions are just like, trying to get me to interact with you and like calling me stinky. And I've straight up had people come into my chat and be like, I'm a bit of a troll. Haha, you'll get used to me. And I'm like, do I have to? I've done like the voiceover visual novel games, and like I don't mind if someone's rude about it like when it comes to me, but like I have a guest also like putting himself out there and doing voices, and like he's very new to it, and someone will come in and be like, oh, really love like the voice acting you guys are doing. And I think this was the same person that was like, like I'm a troll, you'll get used to me. They were like, this is voice acting, because like they follow this other VTuber who's like actually like a voice actress, and she does like a lot of like readings and stuff, and it's like, and they started promoting like her in my chat, and it's like, this is voice acting, like this is like the chick I follow who does like really good voices. And I'm
Oh
like,
my god. The
that's
moment, the moment
Um,
they mention other streamers, I'm putting out the timeout button. The hammer
Yeah,
immediately.
I would now. I just like, once again, it feels weird because I'm like, I don't necessarily always have a problem with that, but when it's directly
In
like
that case,
insulting my guest and
yes.
being like, check out this person for better content, I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Ah, it's hard to listen to be honest.
Yeah.
But I think we all deal with that kind of situation. Maybe not that bad. I'm trying to. First of all, I mentioned vaguely a lot of the issues I had with some certain people in the podcast, um, and slowly, I think maybe they got the hint, or maybe I got better at saying that thing to their faces because I don't see them anymore. I have completely different audience now. And I also talk with my mods. I tell them, hey, here's like things we don't tolerate. Um, and it's unfortunate that you try to dodge that, avoid it by putting all kind of rules instead of just being quote unquote evil and hurting someone. And I even when I ban someone on stream, rarely it happens, but when it happens, I feel bad until the end of the stream. It's like, oh, I ruined the
Yeah.
experience to someone, but
yeah.
to make the experience better for everyone else, which is also really important.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was also hard for me too, because a lot of my like most misbehaving, or like maybe not a lot of, but like, like a couple of my maybe like most problematic or like more misbehaving, like chatters were a couple of the ones that had been around like the longest too. And I tend to feel very like in debt to people. It's a problem I have, like especially like people who like spend their time on me, or like especially like anyone who's like donated bits or like subbed. Like I start to feel really bad, and I don't want to like give them seniority because of that, but I'm like, ooh, I would
Mm.
feel really terrible if I banned them, like even when they're acting out, because like I just I would feel so bad if I watched a streamer a lot and like I donated like a ton of bits to them or something and I got banned. And so it's like
Mm.
that makes me like more inclined to not do it, but like I need to not give that favoritism, because I'm not like trying to give favoritism just because they gave me like bits, but it's like I have a problem with feeling like very indebted to people who like donate and stuff like that. So it's
Mm.
like it's harder to be like, and then yeah, they've spent so much time watching me that I'm like, and then also because I used to be a lot worse at like assigning like timeouts or bans, because I used to think like, oh, it'll ruin the flow of the stream, and like I don't know when when the line should be to do that kind of stuff. So like when I do finally do that, it's like it feels weird to me too, because I'm like, they've said stuff like this before, and now they're probably confused because I didn't time them out for it in the past, but I'm just not putting it up. Like, I'm just not putting up with it anymore. So it's like it feels sudden, but I
Suddenly, there's
understand,
rules.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, like suddenly this is a rule zone. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
well, oh my God, ow.
What did you do?
My
What
hand
happened?
on the desk.
No.
Oh no.
But But yeah, no, it's like it's basically like, yeah, this is a rule zone now, and I'm like, yeah, but it also makes me feel more comfortable and like helps the chat not be like toxic towards me
Mhm.
or each other. So
Yeah, you need to take a response. Sometimes I didn't want to look at it like that, but sometimes I look at streaming, like doing D&D with children in real life again, which is used to be my job for like 12 years. And sometimes the children start swearing at each other or saying like really toxic things, and you have to stop it immediately. It's your responsibility as a teacher. And here we are working mostly with adult people, but even adult people can act like children. Talking about VIPs, mods, and such. I had um, 10 people with the founder badge for my channel until we had an episode in the podcast where we talked about that. And I actually opened my founder's badge and I saw it's like something like 8 out of 10 people are not in my streams anymore. Um, One of them blocked me, I think. One of them, like, we have a really. They're like someone I don't want to see in my chat and so on. So I just went there and removed the founder badge from certain people. And it actually gave the founder badge to the next people in line. So it's completely okay to freshen up things. If you feel like someone, yes, they gave you money or bits or gifted subs or so on, but now they've been acting like, well, they've been acting like shit, then it's your responsibility to fix it.
yeah. Also, wait, there's a founder badge.
Yes, for the first 10 people, you can see an arrow. You can see the first next to his sword and dinosaur. There's the first
Oh,
founder
it's
badge, 9 month.
automatic.
9 month arrow. You're pregnant. Congratulations, you're about to give birth.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
It's a bit complicated to find it, but in Twitch settings, there's somewhere in the roles a
Mm-hmm.
way to find your list of founder badge, and then you can revoke the founder badge from certain people, and they can never get it back.
Yep.
But it gives the founder badge to the next subscriber in line. And then I got some people who suddenly have the founder badge that definitely deserve it because they're in my stream for like a year now. It's definitely better to have that compared to someone who's been a founder and then blocked me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So does banning them from your stream automatically remove their
No,
badge?
no, it doesn't. I think it doesn't.
Oh,
You
I'm
have to
thinking-
automatically go in and remove it yourself because banning it just removes them from your channel.
Not automatically, manually.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to stay subbed for the founder badge, or will it go away
Yes.
if
No, no,
they-
no. It stays.
Oh.
It stays.
Does it? No,
Yeah,
because
it's-
no, for the founder badge, if they are currently subbed, you can't remove it yet. So if they're on their if they're
Oh,
doing
right,
like
right, right, right.
6 months of a sub to you, you have to either
Mm.
wait for them to cancel that, or you have to wait for the 6 months are over for you to remove their founder badge. They can't be currently
Ah.
subbed to you.
All right. You can only remove it if they're not sub. But if
Mhm.
can you refund someone for the sub?
I don't believe so.
Block them and refund the sub. I'm sure there's a way to do that, right?
There
Who
might
knows?
be. I know during one of my situations, I blocked someone, and then I then saw later on that one of my subs were refunded because they had said that they canceled the sub.
So the question is, can you cancel it for them?
I don't, and from what I can see, I don't think so.
Maybe you need to
Well, the
send
person-
a mail to Twitch support or something.
The person I'd want to like remove the sub badge is like I think banned from my channel, or at the very least like isn't here anymore, because like that was the one I was talking about.
So
Mm.
like
So
Quinn
I'd wanna
says,
remove it from them.
they will keep the badge even if they're not subbed. But the moment you're not subbed
Yeah.
anymore, you can just revoke the badge.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to find that. Like maybe ask for help after the stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Remind me after, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll go with you. I'll see. I'll take you there.
It'll take you this.
I'll grab your hand and take you there.
Let it go.
Remind me after the podcast to show you revoke founder badge.
Thunder.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Do you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah.
What is chat saying? Me waiting for founder badge. Oh, founder badge is for the first 10 subs. So I'm gonna have to
So it
revoke
doesn't.
many people until we reach you, Moon.
Okay, so the first 10 subs, but they don't have to like stay subbed
No,
consistently to
no.
keep it.
It's enough that they subbed once and just
Okay.
let go, left completely. Let's see. We're talking about consistency and persistency in streaming. Are you consistent or persistent? Are you taking long breaks, hiatuses? Are you streaming at the same
Oh
times,
my
days? What holds you back in the past? What motivated you to stream? What can motivate you to stream in the future? Do weekly schedules like collabs or D&D visual novels that Valdis is doing or group work? Um, is it helping doing weekly collabs or is it more annoying because you have to deal with
Um,
forgetful collabs and such? Basically, let's talk about motivation, consistency, and such.
Yeah, I definitely struggle with not being consistent in my streams. Like, every once in a while I'll have like maybe even too much consistency with like playing Final Fantasy, and it'll be like practically the only game I'm playing. So like people who aren't interested in that, like that's like all my streams lately. However, that being said, like I feel like my schedule's constantly changing, and like I guerrilla stream a lot, so it's like, or like I'll miss days, and it's like, so yeah, I definitely struggle with consistency quite a bit.
Not about schedules,
Hmm?
because I've seen you make schedules a few times.
Yeah, I do usually make schedules. Sticking to it is the problem. The last
Mm,
like week or yeah, the last like 2 weeks I've just been off schedule, kind of streaming whenever I like want to or can, because I've been out a bit more. But like, it's it's hard because also like especially when you're like chronic pain gang, like I don't know what days I'm gonna be feeling like okay and have energy, and then it's like some days I'm just feeling like nauseous all day or like I have a headache for like no reason. And so like it's hard to be consistent. And then also like I don't know, sometimes I'll get my energy burst in like the afternoon and maybe I'll want to like stream early, and then sometimes it's like 6 o'clock and I'm like I'm just not emotionally prepared for streams. So I I keep like adjusting my hours. Lately I've been trying to set like a more solid hour, and I've been streaming around like 6ish p.m. my time for the most part. But like yeah, I really need to start consistently keeping the same
mm.
stream days, but every week it's just kind of like changing.
Yeah, Ever says something kind of the same in the chat. Also streams at 6 p.m. I found that I have a lot of more motivation when I have an outer source of motivation. Let's say I promised a collab with someone. If I have D&D scheduled with other people, I doesn't matter what happens. I'm gonna do it because I've scheduled with other people. I can't disappoint the other people. So I use other people as source of motivation. When it's only me, it's like I can skip the stream or whatever. But it doesn't work with everyone. Every person has their own
Yeah.
source of
I do
motivation.
I do kind of find the same where I'm like, especially in groups, like if it's like a group collab, I'm like, yeah, I've said I'm gonna be there, so I'm gonna be there. When it's like just me, I'm like, I'm gonna be alone, I'm gonna be tired. So
Mm.
it's like, but
What
yeah,
about you, Nix?
I
Nix,
feel
can you commit?
I definitely think that I can commit. It just one depends really on like my schedule. But I feel like even with like all of my jobs, like I'm still able to find time to stream. It's just then really a matter of like making a schedule and then sticking to the schedule. Even if it means like pushing things back by like an hour, but then like I'm still streaming for like as long as like I intended to stream.
Mm.
But then yeah, there's like the times where like there's some things that you can't help, and so you kind of have to work around them, or sometimes you just have to cancel the stream. Like it's a lot easier when it's just when you're playing a game by yourself, but it's much harder when it comes to collabs. I feel like with my schedule change recently, I have gone from 3 collabs a week to 2 collabs to now just having 1 collab in the podcast. I feel like, but then like for me, like that's still doable because I'm still at least doing a collab. I'm still at least streaming, what, 3 days a week, 4 days a week out of the 7, on top of like on top of school, on top of my jobs, and even just like having time for myself. And I think what it really comes down to is like whether or not you really want to do this as well, because if you have something that's like preventing you from streaming, from playing what you play in the games, or even just doing anything that you want, you can still, if you're really dedicated into it, you can still find time to do it if you want to. And that's where like the motivation comes into, like, are you motivated enough to be able to do it? And that's where like all the persistency comes in. It's like, well, I really want to do this because I really enjoy this, so I'm still gonna find time. And sometimes it has to, like, you have to sacrifice something. Sometimes that's what it is. For me, it's sleep, but that's okay because we have coffee. But but like I still get to enjoy like everything that I do with lack of sleep.
Yeah, that's fair. It's funny. It's kind of the opposite of Mimic and I being like, yeah, collabs motivate us more, and it's like, oh, collabs are harder. I do get that like they're harder though because like you can't adjust the time or anything if you need, and
The
that's
time zones and
Time zones are
uh,
hard.
I've been wanting to collab with so many non-European streamers lately. And when I started this year, I tried to find European people to collab with because that's my time zone. And now I collab with so many American and Asian people that is like 5 hours back, 5 hours forward, and it's just a mess. It's so hard to collab. And every time I collab with an American, I'm asking, do you have a noon? Do you have like 1 p.m. or something? And there's so many people that I want to collab with that are like, no, I only have like 9 p.m. CST or 8 p.m. or stuff like that, which is 5 a.m. for me, and it's such an annoyance to deal with that. But then
Mm-hmm.
on top of that, there's the biggest annoyance, which is actually scheduling with other people, finding what to play, getting the other people to schedule with you, reminding everyone because I have to remind them 24 hours before. Well, it depends. Like Valdis, for example, I didn't need to remind her yesterday that we have a collab today because I she's just not the person that needs a reminder. She knows. Same with Nyx. But then there's other people who needs a reminder 24 hours before. They need a reminder 5 hours before. They need a reminder 1 hour before. Um, and it's just you with new people. You never know who's gonna be who. Um, and this whole year I collab with a lot of people. I think there's like 5 people that I can say, okay, they will appear on time no matter what. And if they can't, they will tell me as soon as possible. And this kind of bureaucratic system is so annoying. Sometimes you just want to open a game and just stream by yourself. But let's face it, collabs are more fun. So it's kind of a.
Yeah. I like not even as much like more fun. Like they can be for sure, but like for me it's just I feel a lot less pressure in
Yeah.
collabs because like I always thought streaming would be pretty easy for me because I already talk to myself, which is true. Like a lot of the stuff like that I randomly say during like combat or things like that is just me saying stupid little things half to myself. That being said, sometimes when I'm just like running around, like I it's hard to like always be talking, like especially if like maybe like no one's really talking in chat at the time, it's like, and you don't have a lot to interact with, it can be difficult to like keep interacting with yourself almost sometimes. And it's like that is something I need to get better at, but like not that I think I'm bad, but I think there's like I'm not great either, like there's room to improve. Mostly the reason I just feel like I need to get better at it is because like I do feel a lot of pressure having to do stuff like that. Whereas if you're in a collab with like, a couple other people or something, you have people to bounce off of. But if you're playing a game, like you have the story to bounce off of and stuff, and you can talk about that. But like, especially if you're doing like more like grinding or like which is why I try to do a lot of that stuff off stream. But like if I'm like, riding, if I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, I'm like riding my chocobo and the quest is like, you know, 600 feet north or something, and I'm just like, cool.
Thank God.
We're on the road. We're getting there.
Games today, I tell you, they trying to extend the game time as much as possible.
I like, unpopular opinion, I don't like open world. I really don't like that video games are headed in like a very open world direction. I'm fine with small maps. My favorite Batman game was Batman Arkham Asylum. I like I like small but really detailed maps with like a lot of like little like Easter eggs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas so many people are like, oh, I felt too cooped up on the island, so they came out with City, and it's like huge, and you have like practically all of Gotham, and I'm like, it's like there's still some Easter eggs and stuff, but I'm like, it feels like a bigger, emptier like sandbox, and I've never been into like sandbox and like super open world games. I was talking about Dragon Age in chat, and like, yeah, I love the first two Dragon Age games, and they're both like smaller maps that are like easier to access, whereas like with Inquisition, although I don't like hate Inquisition, it's just my least favorite. They gave us these like huge maps, but then they feel like so empty, and they kind of just filled them with collectibles, and I find that so common nowadays. Like, let's just give them like a huge sandbox and then
Mm-hmm.
fill it with like random little enemies for grinding and also like collectibles and stuff, and I'm
And
like,
there is the
no.
density is also really important. If you have 10 enemies, but they're like 100 meters from each other, you just have so much empty space. It makes the map really boring. But they can say, oh, we got a really big map, and it's not the size, it's the content of the map. That's also important. I played yesterday a short hike, which is an open world game. It's completely open world, but it is so full of stuff to do and activities. Like there is no empty space. It's really fun. And then you have
Yeah,
games
and
like Diablo 4, for example, which is, oh my god, it's so boring.
I have a hate love with Diablo 4 right now. I was really enjoying it. I do think I enjoy it for like the story, but I'm like, I feel like maybe the opposite of most people who play Diablo. I'm really vibing with the story, and I really want to continue the story. But my group keeps like making new characters and doing random dungeons, and I'm
No.
like, I don't like
Mm.
I don't like grinding on this game. I like the story, but I'm not into just like the loot goblin grind. Like cuz like I'm almost too loot goblin to be fair. It's like I'm very much like, it's hard for me to ignore a shiny. Like, I don't know if it's my OCD or my ADHD, but I see like a little tiny pile of gold that I know is going to be like 10 gold, and I have like millions, and I'm like, but I need to go over to that part of the map to grab it. And
Maybe
it's like,
FOMO.
so I kind of hate how much like loot things and like fall in Diablo. It's like borderline aggravating to me
Mm.
because I need to pick them all up. So it's like,
I
I'm in it
see
for the
what you mean.
story, but
I actually started skipping things in Diablo 4. There's so many things that are useless to pick up. The game is really it's designed like a crap. I think they need a few more seasons to balance everything.
I've never played it, so I have
But
like no input on it.
Arrow and I played the first season of Diablo 4 together because we both knew it would suck, and it sucked. It was so bad. But you know what? We had so much fun. We mocked the game non-stop, like 4 or 6 hours stream, with a lot of lags and issues that you won't even imagine. The first season of Diablo 4,
oh,
there was so many lags and so many issues. There was rubber banding. People called it Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is putting
oh my
invisible
god.
barriers, and you can't. It's just random barriers in the world. They're like rubber, and you can't go through. And there's a quest beyond it, but you can't go there. And you see a bunch of people just run into an invisible wall, and everybody's like laughing at the game. And if I was playing this alone, I would. I don't know what I would have done. I would probably try to balance my anger and be nice to chat because maybe there's people who really love the game. But with Era, I could just mock the game together. It was really fun. I don't understand how it takes so many seasons to fix one thing because they have other priorities. They need uh, billboards and sun advertisement and such.
Billboard.
Yep, they have
The only
other
glitches
priorities.
I like are the glitches that benefit you, like when games would have like infinite money glitch or like things like that. Love those glitches.
I used to
Those
play
aren't good.
Pokemon Shuffle, and one day they had a glitch that Snorlax did 3 times as much damage for some reason.
What?
And nobody invested in Snorlax because that was a crappy Pokemon back then. And I wanted to invest just a little bit in every Pokemon. So I had a Snorlax just a bit. And I was like, this is my day. I completed, I think, 80% of the game in an afternoon with Snorlax. That was magical. And they fixed it the next day. But I was
Snorlax
already like
MVP.
200 stages inside. Ah, That was majestic. Usually, though, I try not to abuse these glitches because you never know. They might like say, "Oh, whoever abused the glitch, they're banned now."
I abuse the shit out of glitches. Back when I used to play like the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, there were always like oh my god, I remember there was like an infinite rocket like grenade launcher whatever glitch, and people were going Vorcha on like the platinum waves, and because you could like get life regen with the Vorcha, and then you could get, and then you'd have like this infinite rocket launcher with like your flamethrower and your life regen, and it was hilarious. Just boom everything. It was like farming in-game credits essentially.
Hmm.
I think we
Have
need to find those life hacks, those cheats in VTubing, and abuse them. That's how you grow.
That's how you grow.
what would some hacks do you think would be possible?
In VTubing,
Mm-hmm.
having boobs.
I mean, you can easily add them to your model.
You could.
Maybe I should do it.
No one's stopping you.
Chat, would you like me if I have boobs?
Big boob mimic.
Would you follow me if I had boobs?
Would you follow me if I had boobs? Is this what you wanted?
Is this what you... I would open that chest. It's a mimic!
Oh Fucking beautiful.
Hello, Ruben. How are you doing? How are you doing? Um... But yeah, recently, when I started streaming, there's the three pillars, which is networking, consistency, and creativity. You gotta do creativity, things that nobody does. You gotta do networking, talk to people. If it's collabs or all kind of collaborations in a way. And you also gotta do the consistency, which is keep streaming. But then, actually, only like a month ago, I learned that there's not only consistency and then there's persistency, which are actually very different. So consistency would be stream at the same day. Let's say I only stream on Tuesdays. I only stream 6 p.m. And then persistency is I will keep streaming no matter what. Even if you take a really long break, I will be back. I will be back to streaming. Even if it's like a year later.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't have the consistency yet, but I do have the persistence. Like I don't plan on stopping, and like I mean, I guess no one really plans on stopping as of right now, but it's like I am very, very committed. Like I'm someone that like it takes a lot for me to invest a large amount of money into something, because like I'm actually quite frugal with my money. Like it doesn't seem like it based on like the art I'll get and like how many video games I'll get for stream and stuff, but like that's kind of like going to show how much like I'm putting into it, because like the fact that I've like invested like all the money I've like made through like subs and donos and stuff through Twitch has gone back into my stream and more. Like I'm at a net loss with streaming 100%. But like I'm just like having like, even though I do have like anxiety and like issues with being consistent, like I don't plan on stopping. Like I'm very like committed to continuing.
When did you
Like
start?
even if I have to take breaks. Like 10 months ago.
Mm.
Yeah, I started like middle of October last year.
So
I Yeah,
not
Nix,
a
go.
full year yet.
No, not a full year yet. It
No.
will be October 17th, I think was my first stream.
You just gave birth.
I feel like
Oh my
I've met a
God.
lot of people who started like probably like who have started less than a year ago, because I started in December.
I know a lot of people who started with me like a year ago or almost a year ago, but unfortunately, many of them either graduated or stopped streaming or took on an infinite break, which is sad. Sometimes it's like just randomly account is now deleted and you don't even know why or what's the story.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a blank out graduation without talking to anyone, without telling anything. And sometimes it's people that I really wanted to collab with. I had plans like, oh, I want to play D&D with that person, with this, and suddenly, bam, they're gone. And
Yeah,
I've done this in games. Like I've done this with Pokemon Go, with Maple Story. One day, boom, you disappear. But here, I
yeah,
don't
I've
know.
never.
You talk to people. It's a bit more
Mm-hmm.
personal.
Yeah, I've never. I've luckily like not made any friends that I've seen like permanently delete their channels or anything like that. But
Mm.
like, I have seen some people like basically go on like indefinite hiatuses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's sad.
Me.
I have some people who are like account deleted, and I still have the DMs because Discord or Twitter they leave it, but it's like account deleted. Actually, Twitter no, they don't keep it. They delete the DMs. Um,
Oh.
but with Discord, you have like account doesn't exist, and it's you want to know why. I mean, we know why. It's hard. It's not simple. There's a lot of issues, and it's not only you have to deal with your own issues. Almost every VTuber have their own issues, and if you collab with people, you have to deal with their issues as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of like coordination and like scheduling and dedication and it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm luckily unemployed. Like
Mm.
I'm a deadbeat and this is hard for me. So I'm like I have like other member like there's like we've got like another member, a couple other Altera members have like full-time jobs and I'm like I could not imagine streaming while also having a full-time job. Like I feel like some of them like stream more often than I do and I'm like I feel like I'm burnt out from like the amount I stream and you stream so much more and have a full-time job. How do you do it?
Well, my grandma would say that actually having a full time job will motivate you to stream
Yeah,
because
it really does. It really does.
Interesting. How so?
Only because like so as we learned not too long ago, I have 6 jobs. I will hopefully be leaving one soon. That is my hope. I'm gonna hopefully leave one
only
job soon.
five.
Only 5 jobs. Um and I feel like I work so much and then there's school on top of that and so like I need like something to help me like take my mind off of things and then just like not stress but then still be able to like have fun with people but then like because I'm working so often I'm going to school I don't get that interaction with people that I would really like and enjoy and so being able to stream having people to talk to in chat having a game to play it's
It's a
for
breath of fresh
me
air, basically.
yeah it's you really enjoy it a lot more because it's what you want to do and because like during that time like you're not maybe like it's in the middle of the night maybe it's early morning and you know you have like a busy day or you won't be able to like meet with your any of your friends for like a week or 2 weeks or like even like talk to like some of your close friends for a while you're just kind of like I want that social interaction even if it's not much I want to play a game I want to I want to be able to like enjoy my time and so being able to stream and doing all of that at the same time is so you're basically doing all the things you want to in one situation or in one time so then you don't have to worry about okay I'm gonna plan this with this person I'm gonna meet them for lunch and then I'm gonna meet with this person and then there's so much more to it just being able to
Mm.
stream keep your mind off of all of that and do everything you want in one setting in one place it's so much better and so you
Interesting.
look forward to it.
I I feel like that almost wouldn't work for me though, just because like I'm very introverted. So like
Mm.
people often think I'm an extrovert because like I'm not shy, and I'm like very like fine with like talking to people, and I can talk quite a bit. So people are like, oh, like people who meet me in person too, like often think I'm like extrovert, and I'm like, no, I'm very introverted. I like just like chilling out and just
Aren't you
like
a switch?
watching a show. I I mean, yeah, but like
That you're a
we're
proud
like
switch.
that's a different kind of thing. But like yeah, it's just I feel like even going to work like burns out my social battery like when I do have a job like just having to talk to
Mm.
coworkers and I get home and like maybe I'd do a call with like a friend or something but I almost like I find that like that's one thing with streaming where it's like it burns out my social energy a little bit. Um so it's like I don't know if that would work for me.
Mm-hmm. I found out that there's people who burn up my social energy a bit more, and there is people who energize me. People that just talking with them actually makes me more social, and I've seen that with D&D in real life. There are groups. I did groups of children, and there are groups that completely drain you. Let's say there was a group of 23 second graders, second and third graders, 23 children, and you can just imagine doing D&D for that group. That's insane. It's impossible. But for some reason, that group was so funny and hilarious, and they just it was so fun. They energized me completely. On the complete opposite, and a group of like only five. They're like eighth graders, but they were so toxic and so
Oh my
annoying that just being 10 minutes with them, I wanted to quit my job. And I feel like with streaming, with collabs, it's exactly the same. There are people that just talking with them energizes me completely. And then there's people that just listening to them makes me like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a streamer. I don't want to be involved. I want to bury myself in a cave and stream only solo forever. See,
Yeah,
Voicy
I feel
says,
that. I go through phases where I like
mm.
collabs more and like solo, just doing my own thing more.
Voicy says, I have a friend that no matter how tired or drained I am, when we talk, we both get so worked out and energized. Exactly. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
find that kind of person. And,
I yeah, I do have some friends like that. I
mm-hmm.
do feel that like it does depend on the person. I more just meant like streaming in general kind of burns
Mm-hmm.
out like my social
Yeah.
energy, but yeah.
But then, like, at the
Exactly.
same time, I know some people who, if they're tired, they go and they will stream and become energized from that interaction.
Mm, from the streaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
I mean,
it works sometimes. Depends on the game, actually.
That's true.
I find I'm more like I'm it's weird. I'm more tired, but I'm also more wired after a stream, but I think it's cuz like although I'm not shy, like I do still have like anxiety and like there's like the pressure to perform when you're streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like by the time I end stream, I'm both like I can never just go to bed after stream. Like even if I like if it's getting late and I'm like, okay, I should be getting to bed. I'm gonna need to wind down for like at least like an hour or two, because I'm like I'm gonna need to like get rid of like the post stream buzz, because I'm like a little like wired
Post
from
stream
it.
buzz. That's official now. Right when I start streaming, I get energized. Chugging coffee might also play a part.
The
Yeah,
coffee might have something to do with that too.
Yeah, just maybe.
Tiny
I
bit.
try to avoid coffee when possible. Like I drink only 1 cup a day, usually in the morning. Sometimes before a stream. Usually I start a stream actually very tired. You might even see some streams that I yawn non-stop. And it really depends on the game that I play and if I'm streaming alone or talking with someone. And then there's some cases like today in a podcast. I know it's like a big thing. It's exciting. We have a guest. We need to show off, have a great time. So I'm a bit more energized. But it really depends on what we're doing and what I'm doing and what who's the collab
Fair.
partner and so on.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the same way, and that's another consistency issue I have too, is just like not just scheduling but my own energy. Like, cause yeah, it's like even if I do feel up to streaming, like some days it's like my energy is like really low and I'm just like really like relaxed or tired, and I might stream and it might be like a very chill comfy
Mm-hmm.
stream, and then some days I might stream and it's like this is chaos gremlin stream, and it's like I feel like it's hard for me to like keep a balance, and I'm really noticing with streaming like you're gonna get people that like a certain energy, like if people
Yes,
yeah, like
yes.
if people, and that's like one issue I have where like some people follow me because like maybe they found me during one of my more chiller streams and they're like, "Oh, you're so comfy. Like it's such like a nice like comfy atmosphere in here." And those are the people that like don't want to come in and see me like screaming at a game and being like, "God damn it," and like just like memeing around. And then the people that are like, "Oh, you're so fun and like your energy's so chaotic," and then they come in and it's like a really chill stream and they're like, "Oh, well, this is boring." So it's like I feel like it's hard for me because like I have a lot of like different energy levels depending on the day and depending on what I'm doing. So some streams are could be like super chill, and then some my energy's like super spiked, and it's like
You just
they're
took
very different vibes.
all the words from my mouth because I've been dealing that a lot recently. That there's some people who I have some yesterday, for example, the short hike. I just woke up. I said I'm really chill today. I want to stream something really easy, really fun, just going on a short hike. And I pulled out the game and played it. And there were people who said this game is boring. Um, and it's not that the game is boring. It's that those people followed me when I was in chaotic mode, and I'm not always in chaotic mode. Sometimes I do. I love chaotic. I really love it, but it drains you so much. It's a lot of energy, and you can't always be chaotic.
Yeah.
Some games just don't do this to you. Um, and I do try. Actually, let me play a clip. Um, I'm gonna play Nyx. I'm gonna play my clip.
Okay.
Where is it? Forgot we clip. We play clips now in the new season.
It's a little bit extra work, but it's fun. So let me know when you're ready.
Found it. Ready?
Yep.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Gohan when he was a baby at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. Otosan! Otosan! Piccolo-san! Piccolo-san! Otosan! Gohan! Gohan! Kamehameha! Gohan! Otosan! Son Goku! Gohan! So that was Venba. And it's Go Otosan! Otosan!
I think I've seen that on TikTok like 5 times this week. It kept on being cycled through my feed.
Need
Like,
to
I
follow
really-
more people. So Venba is a very chill game. There is no reason to be chaotic in that game. It's about a small Indian family. It's a cooking game. It's very chill. But the moment they have the kid, Kevin, I don't know why, I gave Kevin the stupidest voice, and every time Kevin was on stream, on the screen, and was talking, I felt like the most chaotic energy just get into me, and it was really fun. But then sometimes you feel like heaviness and tiredness, and you don't want that. And it's the same thing with having followers come to you from a certain game, and then you want to change the game, and now you will lose those followers because they want to watch that game. I have many people who watch me only because I play D&D, and then they only watch the D&D streams. If I do anything that's not D&D, they're probably not gonna be there. Then I have people who watch me for the Binding of Isaac, and then they won't watch me play D&D because they don't care. That's the concept of the niche, and a niche is also your type of energy. Are you chaotic? Are you gremlin? Are you soft and so on, cozy, comfy?
Mm-hmm.
And I have this hope that people will follow me and watch me because of me, no matter what I do. But it doesn't work like that. It's very rare that you actually have someone who will follow you and watch you no matter what you do.
No, a lot of people are like, you know, very much like with streaming, and I understand like they want to be positive, but there are people who are like, as long as you just like stay true to yourself, and like you're always gonna have people who like, you know, can like sense that and like vibe to you, and like you're gonna find people who, and I'm like that can be true depending on the person and like depending on like, you know, who finds you and stuff, but like I find that most of the time it's actually not true. Like you do kind of have to brand yourself a bit, and like for a little while I was actually like trying to be more comfy. Like I was trying to lower my energy a bit just because I find that like with like my voice and stuff, I'm like, well, people tend to like, even if I am having a chaotic stream, sometimes when people first came in, if it's just like a lull in the energy, they assume automatically because of my voice that I'm like a comfy streamer, and then also like I have like a condenser microphone, so it like picks up a lot more like subtleties. So it's like I'm having to like add like a compression mic, or like, and I'm having to add like filters and stuff, or wait, no, opposite, oh my god, my brain, but I'm having to add
She
like
has a
filters
microphone and
stuff.
she adds stuff to it.
like having to add like compression software basically to like try to get my like highs and lows a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
in the middle, because otherwise like this mic will peak and like I don't want to hurt people's ears. Um and
By
so
the way,
like
a
that's one
general
of the
tip to
reasons.
everyone: Google microphone settings for OBS and do that. Add compression, add everything, all the filters,
Yeah.
and then add a noise gate filter to your collab partners. So if they scream, it's not gonna pick on your stream.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can, and
you can.
that saved my ears so many times.
Yeah, because I have had that problem where like collab partners will like
Hmm.
scream and I'm like, oh
Or they have
no.
a terrible microphone, and you have to play with the balance in in Discord and such.
And then it sucks because I'm just like turning them down if they scream a
Hmm.
lot, but then I feel bad because like then they're pretty quiet and I can barely hear them, and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, no, I just like I don't know. I was like definitely trying to like lower my energy a bit because like people would come in and they would just assume that I'm like a comfort streamer, and I don't know. I don't want to have to like water myself down for branding because sometimes I want to be chaotic, and so I'm starting to just be like when it's a chiller stream, like when it's like more of a low energy stream, I'm just putting like comfy or like low energy stream, and like just like I'm sleepy or I'm tired today, so like it's like a low energy stream like in the title.
I just had an epiphany. It could work for people like Nick, so it's like a dark version, a light version. If we go back to the original VTubers back in 2017, 18, like Kizunai, she had two forms. She has Kizunai and she had dark Kizunai. It's all the clothes are black and she was all gloomy. And I'm thinking to myself, Kizunai was always, hi, Dama, Kizunai des. She was always very, very cheerful and energetic. And the gloomy version was very, hi, Dama, Kizunai des. It was very tired.
Mm.
So maybe she changed that depending on how she felt during the stream. That's a thing you can do, for example.
Yeah, actually I was considering doing that, but whenever I eventually want to get another model of a different version of my lore that I was a lot more mentally sound, and I'm like that'll be my chill version.
Mm.
I don't know when that's gonna happen though, because it's like a new model would be like thousands of dollars, because I always like the really expensive artists.
Mm.
Go with my mama. You can be my sister, and it's not a thousands of dollars.
I would want like really, I'm like really like I want like a very specific art style. Um,
Oh,
yeah, so I'm going for like I don't want it. I actually don't want it to be too anime, because I kind of like the more like
the
mixed or like
gothic
almost like
horror.
what my yeah like the I want it to be more like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
gothic horror. Well, actually not particularly because it's like my pre-ink version, but like I want like the outlining to be like red instead of black. I want there to be zero black, so kind of the opposite of my ink form. But
Oh,
yeah, so it's
you
like
can do
whenever.
some of that with OBS filters until you
Well,
have
no,
a
because it'd be like a completely different
design.
like I would just want it to be like a completely different form, not just like different colors.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, because I do feel like it would be a little less like cartoonish, because like my current model has a very like cartoonish body type, whereas with the other one I'd want it to be more like elongated, lanky, and elegant kind of thing.
Mm. Nix, are you
Yeah, so
gonna ever have a live today?
I don't know. I really don't. I've actually, a lot of people have asked me that recently, and I'm just kind of like, I, one, don't have the money for it. I know one of my friends has,
For
I've
now,
given,
but if you sub to Nix, you will get some money.
one of my friends has
Sub to
actually
both
been
of them.
working a live 2D just so that she could play around with it. But other than like that, I don't know if I would ever really like get myself a live 2D. I really enjoy my models at the moment. I really like that I have a 3D model. I can wave to everyone. I can flip people off. That is now a redeem. Um that
She
has
has
been
a redeem to
requested.
flip off chat.
I do. I really do. I enjoy my 3D model. Touch my hair, bite my wings, exactly. It's a lot. I wouldn't say like it's a lot more express, like you can express your emotions more than live 2D. I think they can both equally express yourself depending on like how much you want to express yourself. Um
Yeah, it also depends on the rigging you get, because like
Yeah.
rigging and stuff is a thing. It's definitely like more expensive and
Mm-hmm.
harder with live 2D.
Mm-hmm. And like it also comes down to the individual as well as like how expressive you want to be, because even at the end, like the app, the program, it's tracking your face. And so one thing that I always noticed, like when I had just like regular tracking, I didn't have 3D tracking, I moved my arms a lot even though there was no one there to see it. And so when I have the option of doing a uh, body tracking, I was just kind of like, you know what, this is so nice. I always move my arms around a lot too when I stream, and so this would be a good substitute for what I had at the moment. And honestly, I have I, I don't see myself going to a live 2D. I see myself updating both my models. I see myself making my stream better to accommodate for all of that. But still, even at the end of the day, all of it depends on my Wi-Fi.
All of it depends on the
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi power.
All of it really depends on that. Because yesterday I had a upload of 5 and a upload of 1 and a download of 5.
Oof.
That was bad. It was very bad.
Yeah, that's yikes.
Just walk over to Valdix's house and you can borrow her
we're
internet.
so close.
Yes.
Oh, you're closer than you think.
Oh, damn. Actually live in the same city.
Probably.
Didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
Close in your heart. Let's see. Moving on. You know, we heard a bit about your VTuber group.
Altera Vita.
Mm.
Yeah.
Tell us about it for a bit. We can talk about fighting alone or in a group.
Yeah, being in a group is really nice. I definitely, cause like before I started VTubing, I like one of my friends was like really pushing me to like, oh, you should do VTubing, like you should be a VTuber, and I'm like, I didn't want to do like live cam stream, cause I'm like, I don't want to like get ready to stream, and like I don't really like being on
Makeup,
camera.
green screen,
Like it,
lighting.
and yeah, they were into VTubers. I actually didn't used to be into VTubers, and they were into VTubers. And they're like, yeah, you should like you should be a VTuber. And I always said no, but like realistically, I thought about it, and I ended up like
Tsundere.
finding no,
Tsundere.
no, and I ended up finding like secretly finding groups without telling anybody that like for like VTuber commissions and like stuff like that on like social medias, and I found it wasn't until like I like basically found a model and I'm like, "Hey guys, let's be VTubers." um and so yeah, it's been fun cuz like it's I feel like writing lore is like a really fun part of VTubing, and with like our group, like our lore is like intertwined. Like not every single person in the group now that we have new members, but like at least like the core like original members. So it's like you get to write this, like rather than just writing it around you, you get to write like this intricate world lore involving like multiple characters. And then like we also kind of, because like we have like our internal like Discord server and stuff, which is really nice because like we've got a lot of like tabs that are just like to help each other. Like we've got like a Twitter tab where like if one of us posts something that we would like the others to maybe like retweet or boost, we'll like put it in the Twitter tab and be like, hey guys, I'm doing an event if you guys could retweet it. So it's kind of like, especially as we get like new members, it's almost like having like a little like close friend support group in VTubing, which I think is really good because then also every Sunday, like I don't usually join for the Sunday collabs because a lot of the times they're like games I don't play. But I do join sometimes. We'll do like Mario Party or stuff like that. And like every Sunday, at least a few of us will usually like group up to do like a collab. So we've got like a scheduling channel. So it's kind of nice. Yeah, if we find like a multiplayer game, we can almost for sure like find people within our group.
You had
That'll
a
do it.
visual novel you read every Sunday.
We used to do the amnesias every
Amnesia one, right?
Sunday. Yeah, and then we kind of honestly, as much as I do like visual novels, I'm kind of trying to go away from visual novels on my channel because I just find that like at the end of the day, although I do really like them, they don't make very good stream content. Like that's not to say
Mm.
like I know a lot of other people who do still like to stream visual novels and stuff, and I'm not saying they can't. Um I feel like visual novels that are shorter can still make good stream content, like the one and done kind of like coffee
Yeah.
talk, or like ones that are simpler to follow. But when there's like if it's like a really long ongoing dating sim that's gonna have like this big narrative over the course of like weeks of a collab, no one's gonna follow it through a stream. And then also not to mention it's like hard to interact with chat and keep the flow of the story,
Yeah.
especially if multiple of you are streaming. So like right now I have like I do a visual novel, not for the last couple weeks because there's been some canceling on both parts, but cancellation what? But yeah, no,
Cancellation.
cancellation. But but yeah, no. So it's like I do like Hustle Cat every like Tuesdays, and although it's fun, like I admit, like they're fun for me, but they're not like necessarily good stream content. So like originally when we first started Hustle Cat, it's like yeah, maybe I guess like I know Suki was saying like oh maybe we'll like find something after like I don't think I am like I don't mind maybe having one visual novel collab going at a time because I don't mind like maybe one day a week, but like I originally I was like yeah I love doing visual novels and I was doing like a bunch of them, and now I'm like no, I'll do them like occasionally. I'll do shorter ones, but I don't see myself doing a lot of like ongoing like dating sim ones. I do think like they're good content for like YouTube, and I do
Hmm.
need to like. I think it would be fun to like record them for like YouTube eventually, but like um I do need to post on YouTube more.
So I think in the best streams that I had this year were long series. Like I played the Zero Escape trilogy with Arrow, and I didn't take those games seriously at all. It's a visual novel. It's very long. There's a very Japanese-esque horror story behind it, and I just didn't give a shit. Honestly, I didn't give a shit about the story. But Arrow, for his in on his point, that's his favorite game. He really likes the story. He really is attached to the characters, and I think the that combination, that synergy between us playing off as take this seriously, and then our character is having a serious moment, and I'm going ha 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 with the character's voice. It was so fun to do that that many people
Yeah.
joined and watched even if they didn't care about the story. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is also easier for like visual novel games that are also like puzzle games or like have like some
yes.
mechanics to them or like more like horror-esque. It's definitely harder for like a strict narrative like
Mm-hmm.
romance visual novel because there isn't like especially when it's really long because it's like if you have to solve a puzzle then it's kind of fun because like you guys because I know with like the like the escape games you guys were playing like there's a lot of like okay now solve this and like investigate and you guys can like interact
Mm-hmm.
there, but when there's just no stop in like the dialogue kind of visual novel it's like oh my god.
Yeah, but there's a lot of good chemistry between the collab partner. I think it's like only two people would be ideal for that. If you're in a group of five people or something, try to voice act the characters. Might make it a bit too serious. I don't know. But then this podcast with Nyx or the D&D I do with the weekly groups, there's something about the weekly thing that makes it easier for me at least.
Yeah, it's good consistency and it's easier to like remember if it's like every week at this time kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Also, like in addition to that, is like you have collabed with them. You know that they're gonna
You
be.
know them.
You know them, and you know that if something happens, you'll probably be like one of the first people to know. And it's a less chance because it's so consistent that someone is gonna cancel on you. Like there's no surprises when it comes to someone who you stream with consistently.
Yeah, if it's someone that you've decided to stream consistently with, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, there's still surprises, but it really depends on the people it depends on the other people, on the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so I wanted to ask about the group versus being alone, because
yeah. Okay.
I tried to I thought I played around with the idea of being in a VTuber group, maybe making my own VTuber group. Um, and now actually that we have the Power Rangers, the Color Rangers, with Nyx, Mew, Arrow, Silence, and me in the new Wizardry server, which you can join today if you check out the VT Wiz command. I feel like we're kind of a VTuber group, although we're not. I feel like we hang around a lot with each other. I feel like
Yeah, you've
we,
kind of formed like almost an unofficial little
yeah,
friend
exactly.
slash group.
Exactly. It's like more serious friends than what I used to have because now it's you're kind of entwined together. And if I have an issue, I would ask them for advice. If like,
Yeah. And I
we
think
feel,
that's another good thing
yeah,
about being in a group is that like you have like people cuz it's almost weird to like turn to somebody who's like maybe just another VTuber who it's like I mean it's not actually weird but like it might feel weird to be like I randomly messaged up like you or it's like if I want some advice like I'm sure you'd give it to me like it's not like necessarily a problem but
bro,
like the person
a
asking
tarot
like it's
reading, camera tarot reading immediately.
yeah,
Mm.
like it feels weird. Whereas, like, if you're in a group, like, I'll just put in
Mm-hmm.
the Discord, like, or just like if we're in a collab or something afterwards, I'll ask and I'll be like, this has been bugging me. What do you guys do? Or like something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, it can be helpful.
Kind of feel like you're a small family.
Yeah,
Um,
basically.
at the same time, we also know that VTuber groups can, or groups in general, there's some kind of commitment and sometimes like maybe you don't feel like doing a stream together. Maybe something goes on. I heard a lot of stories about VTuber groups going wrong. One person takes over the group and the group starts being toxic.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like our group is kind of nice because like we don't really have because like technically a lot of people actually assume that like Soren is the leader of the group for some reason.
But it's
I think
Val,
it's
it's
just like
Valdis.
he has a very domineering personality and also my lore I'm technically like his like second like he's like the king of hearts. So I feel like a lot of people assume he's like the leader.
Mm-hmm.
I was technically the one that came up with the group, but like Soren and I probably worked on most of the world lore together. Um, and then like honestly, we don't have a leader. We kind of have like I would say like Aisha, Soren, and I probably manage things like we're kind of like the final say and like we manage things the most together. No one of us specifically higher or lower. I do mostly manage the Altera Vita Discord because I opted to not have my own Discord to just basically make that my full time Discord commitment. Um, but aside from that, it's like yeah, we're all pretty even in it, like especially like with like the core members, which also Oren Clubs is also a core member. The only reason I didn't list him for the managerial side is just that he's definitely one of the chillest people I know. We can run like anything by him and he'll just be like, yeah, sure, I don't care. Like
Hmm.
he does not care. So it's like definitely Aisha, Soren, and I are kind of more like the judgment side of like should we put the hammer down on like certain things like if we're talking about like if someone crossed a line in our Discord or something like it's like we'll still ask everybody what they think but it's usually like sometimes we've got like a little like mod like
You're the high
chat with
court,
us.
he's the government.
Yeah, basically. And then it's like it's still good though because it's like a smaller upper group rather than just like one person being in charge.
Hmm. You also had an issue where there was a Discord event. There was a Discord virus.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
I think we never actually
unfortunate.
talked about what happened. And
Yeah,
you
one
know,
of the
I think we talked about this last podcast. Nix and I we have a list
We
of topics to talk about, and there's a Discord virus link that is on the list of topics since the beginning, since the first show, and we never talked about this.
yeah, don't trust links. And
How did
the
it
weird
happen?
part is Okay, so yeah, the weird part is like this I've become very, very link phobic on Discord. Like people will send me like a YouTube link and I won't click it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Oh my
look it up on
gosh.
I'll open a tab. If someone sends me like a link to someone's Twitter, I'm going to be like looking it up on cuz like you can I didn't realize like viruses can literally hide as trustworthy looking links like official sites and
Really?
um
It's crazy.
yeah, like if like people can like encrypt them and stuff. I don't know too much about PCs, but like I know like pretty much anything can be dangerous. They don't necessarily have to look sketchy if the person has the means. Uh and uh and yeah, so basically Soren was hacked by someone who hacked a mutual friend of ours in the VTuber community. Not like a like more like, you know, of a, like a friend of mine slash like acquaintance, but like Soren knew who this person was and he knew that this person makes music. The hacker had looked through, I guess, this person's previous DMs with people to see what kind of person he was to better mimic him. And
Mimic, mimic.
and he was like he was sending him like, hey, I just worked on this song for a game, would you be able to like check it out and maybe give it like a 5-star review? It would help me out a lot. And like Soren didn't really want to, but he was like, well, it's a friend of Val's and like he knew that they made music, so like it all and like made music for like indie games and stuff, so it sounded very legit. And it was very much a case of like Soren is very like paranoid. He did not even like he scanned the like he had his computer scanned for viruses first before he opened it. Like he was very careful. He wouldn't have clicked it if it looked super sketchy. It looked like a believable link. Like everything was fine. He clicked it. They got into everything. They got into his Discord, they got into his Twitter. They like contacted him requesting like 150
Oh, it was
Bitcoin for his
a
accounts back.
ransomware virus.
Yeah, it was a I don't even think it was a ransomware. I think it was a person. But because like they were very, very convincing. And yeah, the first thing they did though was they started deleting almost all his friends. They were like deleting and blocking people, and they deleted both of his Discords.
This is
Which
unbelievable that
unfortunately
this can actually happen. This is just sounds
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable.
yeah, and they seemed so spiteful too. Like there was no point in like deleting the discords, and he eventually managed to get his account back. So he like his accounts back. Like he contacted like cybersecurity and stuff, and like he got it back. But we were not able to save the Discord because yeah, he just all of a sudden our entire like Altera Vita Discord, and that's kind of why like I'm the like a server owner now. And I like that's also why I'm so paranoid with links because I'm like if ever anything like that ever happened to me, like I would cry because like when we lost the Discord server, it was so shocking. Like it just disappeared all of a sudden and we had to like completely remake it. And like having to remake it is one thing. That was a chore, but like it wasn't the end of the world. So many people
Hmm.
assumed they got kicked and I don't think we ever got like I'm sure cuz there's I like even now like there's quite a few people in the Discord server that don't necessarily follow me on like Twitter or like know me super personally, and I did make a Twitter post, like, you know,
And they
about what
don't know.
happened. But yeah, and even like months later, uh, I've I've talked to other VTubers who were like, yeah, I just kind of, to be honest, I like they didn't come around much anymore, and they were like, to be honest, I thought you guys kicked me from your
Oh my
Discord. Like
god.
I just figured, and cause yeah, to be fair, I probably would too. If a Discord
Hmm.
suddenly wasn't there for me, I wouldn't assume, oh, they probably deleted their entire Discord. I would assume I got
Actually, I
booted.
was kicked from a Discord once, and the first thing I assumed is that something happened to the Discord. That the owner got crazy and deleted the Discord or something.
Oh my gosh. Mimic is. I'm gonna think for the best. I think nothing happened.
I'm giving too much benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, no, because like I definitely would just be like, oh, I guess I got booted for some reason.
Anyone else has an internet issue? It's just error. Um,
I'm going fine,
OBS
and I'm
says
on.
it's. Yeah, OBS says it's okay.
OBS seems like
Put
it's
it on
fine,
a
and I'm
lower.
using my Wi-Fi.
Put in your 160p. Um, about the virus, the link. Just never open links. I assume that's the best repercussion, right? Never open links on Discord.
Yeah. Even if it's like from someone you trust. Because you don't
It's
know,
so
like,
crazy thinking about that. Like,
because you don't know if like someone has like taken over another person's account.
do you have to be the server owner for that? I
Yeah,
guess you have to be the server owner to delete the server, right?
Yeah, you have to be the server owner to delete it. But something that really pisses me off with Discord is there should be a failsafe for stuff like that. There's
Mm-hmm.
not. There's
This is
nothing.
unbelievable that this
Yeah,
happens.
like
It's unbelievable.
it doesn't even like it should give you like I feel like it should give you like I don't know like a few days or like at least like a week or something because like
Yeah.
I I remember we were looking into it and it says like they even keep like the data for like the Discord for a certain amount of time, but it's like almost impossible for them to actually give it back to you for some reason.
Then why keep it?
Due to like their policies. Well, they do delete it eventually, but like it's saved for like a certain period of time.
I guess for law and such. If,
Yeah. And like
yeah.
some people were saying like there were accounts of like it is possible, it's just really hard because like Discord will usually tell you no, but like some people were able to get them back. However, they do not give you back like all the conversations. So it's basically the blank template. You don't have any of the conversations or any of the members. That's all gone. So I'm like, so basically there's no point anyway.
God.
So it's like
So horrible. This is the scary stuff of the internet. How is this possible? Like, it's really unimaginable. Also, after this happened to you, I immediately saw. Oh, it's the same user who sent the message. I believe it was also in my Discord. Because I think Soren shared the name of the user or something like that, and
yeah.
I immediately saw the user and I kicked them out of my server instantly. And then
Yeah, they ended
later,
up making a totally new Discord.
later that user also apologized to everyone. They got hacked as well, or something. So
Yeah, they had been hacked and it was the hacker like pretending to be them, and so that's like it's so creepy. That's why like I like only click links at this point if I'm in like a VC call with someone and they're like, "Here, I'm going to send you a link," cuz like then I know it's them, but and I don't think my friends are going to hack me. So
same with emails. Never open a file that you didn't ask for.
yeah.
Oh man. So when you work in a group, you also have responsibility. You also have to deal with that kind of stuff, like events happening to other people in the group.
Yeah, I know like Soren felt horrible when like that happened and like it wasn't his fault. Like he took every precaution and like he got hacked and it was very out of his hands, but like he felt so bad afterwards.
And let's be honest, no one even when you tell that, it's unbelievable that this kind of thing can happen.
Yeah, like he was like traumatized, but yeah, no, it was unfortunate though because it did kind of hit us all because of like the Discord server, so that kind of sucked. But yeah.
Anyone out there who used to be in Altera Vista Discord server, you were not kicked. Vista, Altera Vista. Unless you Altera Vista, Alerta Vita, Vitasta, Alstera,
Oh my god.
Altera Vista.
No.
It's like hasta
What?
la vista.
How many places can we switch in? Can we stick in S's?
Hasta la vista.
A lot of places, apparently.
A lot
Alter-
of places.
Altera
What
Vita?
would you suggest for people who are interested in starting a group? Because my sister is part of a group that she started. But
She started a group?
she is not the leader of the group, but she is part of a group.
Is Queen in chat? How's the group?
I don't know if she's supposed to be at work.
She was
But
here.
she might be in chat.
Also, like it's hard for me to say just because I started it before VTubing, but honestly, I feel like if you're thinking about starting a group and stuff, like one, I do think like you should be sure. That's like the one thing, because like obviously if you're like I might like doing a group, I don't know. It's like it's kind of like I feel like it'd almost be irresponsible to like invite a bunch of people then be like I don't know, I kind of just prefer doing my own thing. I don't really want this. But like they can be really nice even if just you have like a little like close friend, like sort of like family allegiancy in this like
Mm-hmm.
group, or like people you like to collab with regularly and you want to make like a server together and kind of like become a group. Like yeah, just do it. Just like it's literally just like make a server with you guys. Like if you want, one thing that like we do is like in our about we all put like our group name. So like coming up with a group name can be really fun. We have our lore intertwined. You obviously like don't have to do that to be in a group. Because like just like I mean if you look at like the big companies and stuff like Bishojo, and like they're
Mm-hmm.
essentially like they've got all these different like VTuber groups and stuff, and like of course like different families that they'll have will have like their own lore connected, so like some people might not. But yeah, I do wish Twitch was a little more lenient about like houses. You have to be a partner to create like a house on
A group,
Twitch.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because
really?
we'd love to like, yeah, because we'd love to make one of those, and eventually we would like to, but that'll be far in the future. But yeah, no, it's just like definitely making a Discord to help each other. And then yeah, we've just got like a lot of tabs where it's like we've got VTuber assets where like we can drop like anytime we see like free assets on Twitter, like assets we think another member might want, we drop
Oh,
them
that's
in
cute.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Altera assets where we put like our own PNG items that like we can use, and like we've got one thing that can be fun as well. Like if you have like a group and like an internal Discord of people like you trust, we have like a streaming channel where sometimes people will be in there like alone, because it's basically signaling like if you guys want to randomly jump in and like talk on my stream or something, you're free
Ah, that's
to.
the best, yeah.
Yeah, so like but and then like it's nice cuz it's like just people like within the group. Um but yeah, definitely my two things would be like if you're not sure if you vibe with someone, definitely don't invite people out of like politeness. Um you're only asking for drama, and you're only asking like you want it to be people that you're comfortable with,
Mm-hmm.
as well as like don't be that person to try to recruit people you haven't interacted with yet. I've actually had people message me like that they're making a group, and like can I, and like they've messaged other people in Altera too. I remember it was someone, like I'm not going to name them, but like it was like they were messaging and it's like, yeah, so I'm coming up with this idea for like a group where we like collab together a lot. And I'm like, one, sorry, I'm in a group, and also you've just kind of proven that you don't know my content at all, or you would have known that. Like interact with the person first. Like once you are friends with this person, like that's when it can start being like, would you be interested in
Yeah.
joining my group? Don't just message people like, I have a proposition for you. Like
I had a job interview that they asked me, do you speak English? And I'm like, have you read my resume? Because it says that I have like 300 videos on YouTube of me speaking English. It's like just proof that you didn't do basic research.
Not a lot of people do, to be honest. They kind of like look at they look at the face value, and then they go
Mm-hmm.
from there. Because like I've been part of like the interview process and like looking like interviewing people, and I'll tell you, it's everything face value. You get the resume, you look at it 5 minutes before they come, and even when you look at it, it's just what's their name, where did they go to school, and at the very bottom, and like you skim like the things that they've done, and then you kind of look at what are their hobbies, and then you just go from there.
Mm. I should show my resume later and work about it.
I'm
Thank you for
looking.
the hydrate, you, and stretch.
yo, Ryu,
Hydrate.
Ah.
hydrate.
I have some also advices for VTuber groups. First of all, you gotta make sure that the leader of the group is someone capable of dealing with stuff. Um, I've seen examples. Oh, Void, welcome. I thought it was you. I thought it was Valdis because like a VV.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought for a second.
Wait, Valdis, you changed the color to
It's
gray.
a mod of mine.
Hello, Mr. Void. Hello, Voran. I have experiences with groups, not just VTuber groups, groups, Discord servers even, where the leader or the owner, where someone who is not able to um, deal with drama. So, for example, when it was drama, they would kick the wrong person, um, or they would just ignore it and hope that it goes away by itself. And that's a recipe for disaster. Um, so you need someone who is really capable of doing that, someone who's trustworthy. I also have seen VTuber groups this year that other people told me about, where they would force the members of the group to not collab with any person outside of the group.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's weird.
So it's been a bit more controlling of what the group members are doing.
Yeah, like something we don't do, but like I could see more strict groups doing is maybe like wanting to make sure people don't collab with someone that could be like problematic or something, or
Mm-hmm.
like has like edgier humor. That I could understand. Like we definitely don't police like who people collab with or like look into that kind of stuff. But like yeah, it feels very weird to me to have a group and tell people they can't collab with people outside the group. That groups are supposed to help you, and that's just limiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It's like your job is asking you to pay for something.
Yeah.
If you pay for a job, something is wrong here.
Yeah, I personally don't feel like not that groups can't have a leader if that's how like like different I do feel like if it's going to have a leader, it should definitely be someone that has like the type of personality that is more, if anything, like can make decision,
Mm-hmm.
but like more go with the flow in the sense of like wanting other people to be happier,
Yeah.
because otherwise you're just gonna get cases of like final decisions and not everyone's going to be happy with it. I do like the dynamic we have in like Altera though, where it's like we kind of get everyone's say, but it's maybe like just a few of us that have like the final say, but like no like one person in particular. Like if I wanted to like yeah, it's like we don't have a leader because like there's like maybe 3 or 4 of us that are the most like senior members, and if I wanted to do something, or like let's say I wanted to like kick somebody or something from like the Discord and everyone else was like, I don't think they did anything wrong. I can't just be like, well, I believe this is ban worthy, so I'm gonna veto that. And like no, it's like there's no decision that like any of us can make on our own when it
Mm.
impacts everyone in the group. Like or like it's like about our community or like our collabs or anything like that.
We had in VT with so many talks about
Mm-hmm.
what happens if and it's we so far we didn't have any issues, but it's like we're waiting for that, because I think all of us are not strangers to um, issues in groups, and we want this to be clean and perfect, and we don't want someone toxic to join the community suddenly, and you never know. You know, it could be someone nice. And actually, it's a funny story. There's there was the VTuber Awards, small VTuber Awards, if you've seen that. Um, Actually, Val, I found you there, and I posted a picture
Yeah, yeah.
in VTWiz. Um, and I went with Alnichi. We're having a night chat, and we went through the list just for fun, and we saw some VTubers on the list who were cancelled, who were extremely toxic, sexually harassers, and people that went really famous in cancel culture in the last half a year. And probably they didn't know, because this is from half a year ago. So someone can just change out of nowhere, suddenly um, explode. You never know that. So that's kind of something that looms, a shadow that looms all over
I
in groups.
also kind of wonder, like, I was looking at that, but I was like, I don't think like I was probably nominated because I just started streaming when that like started
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
around.
Someone, Alnichi asked me, "Where's Nyx?" I said, "Nyx didn't exist yet."
When was that anyway?
They took the nominees like half a year ago. Um,
Oh.
and just people nominated whoever. So there's people like Iron Mouse on the list. It's like 7,000 VTubers, but there's a lot of random stuff. There's some
Mm.
people who repeat multiple times. Actually, going through the list and checking out all 7,000 nominees, it's crazy. So
Yeah.
they trusted the viewers mostly, but it's still an amazing project.
Yeah, it seemed like
Yes,
fun. I
I've
was kind
noticed
of
there
going
was a
through
lot
it.
of names.
Mm-hmm. And then Mimic, didn't you say like not even like all the names got onto that list?
Only the top 100 names, I believe, or only the names that got 100 votes got from that list to the finals. And then in the finals, they actually went through the VTubers who reached the end and made sure these are actual VTubers, and they gave the votes to I don't know how, there's like a judges and so on, competitions. But it's another good way for groups, because you have one person from a group, they get all the others together to do that. For example, the game that you see right now, the gacha game that running in my chat, that's Arrow made it, and we're in a group. So Arrow's like, hey, let's make that. And I noticed that because I'm in kind of a group now, we work on a server together, it motivates me to work much harder for the others. A good example is that we talked about banning users. It takes me a lot of time to ban someone if they harass me. But the moment they harass one of my viewers, mods, or collab partners, it's
Yeah,
immediate ban.
I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if they're making me uncomfortable or like bothering me with something they're saying, when it's towards me, it's a lot harder for me to do anything. But like when it's towards like someone else, that's when I'm like, okay, nope, nope, or just like something that might make other people uncomfortable. And like if it was like just my Discord, I do feel like we've had to ban some people from Altera. We actually recently actually banned someone, which I'm not going to talk about, but um but this was just an issue that like we had to talk about yesterday, where we had to like we decided to ban somebody because it was like if it's something that like I have to be the judge on alone, then it's hard for me to like be like, is this ban worthy? But like for instance, like just what happened yesterday, it was like I personally snapped a screenshot. I put it in the internal Discord in Altera, and I'm like, hey guys, I removed this, something someone posted. I think it's incredibly problematic. I want to get your take on whether you guys feel this is like, should we, like, is it a warning? Is it a ban? And just about everyone agreed, like, it was a ban. So, like, yeah, it's like you can kind of make decisions like that together. And then it helps you like not be a tyrant, it helps you because like we've also had issues where it's, or like not issues, like we've also had instances where like Soren one time put like something that like very fairly upset him that someone put, and like it was like not a super great thing to put, and he was asking like, is it ban worthy? And we were like, well, it's definitely done in a very jokey way, and like they didn't mean for it to come off that way, so like we decided no. So like it kind of stops people from maybe having like preconceived notions, or like maybe if it's just like someone that like they're on the lookout for, like they can't really be unfair to them. Like we can't really make unfair decisions when it's like a council. Like we've got like a lot of different eyes and opinions, so it's like when it's like unanimous, like no, this should probably be like a ban, it's like you can pretty much be like, yeah, like you get like extra says, which is nice.
Nyx, what do you think? What a sudden silence.
Because I'm just kind of like comparing it to like the V2 Missouri server. I'm just thinking like comparing and contrasting like everything that's going on. I feel like we are doing a really nice job at like making sure everything's going as well as it could be. Because I think like at the beginning we definitely had like a few hiccups here and there with like what to add, what to remove, but then like at a point we kind of all just trusted each other's judgment on what should be there and what should be removed. And then even getting to a point where like we did a lot of stuff based on votes as well. And like even though like we couldn't be there for the votes, it would be like, just react to this if you're voting. Which makes it a lot easier, just because all of us are in different time, or we're in 2 different time zones specifically. It's a lot easier that way, because like most of the time half of us are probably sleeping
Then
or
half,
working.
the other half is guarding.
Yeah, and so it's kind of nice because there's always like someone is doing something, someone's looking at something, someone's talking, But then, like, even if we can't talk to each other, we still have ways to communicate without actually talking.
Yeah.
Um, um, I wanted to ask about I wanted to ask about what do they want? Okay, so Valdis and I married on stream. Um, and I actually was concerned how it affects her community and her group. Because we did this as like a joke, but that accompanied a week, or was it 2 weeks? I think, where we just pinned each other in our chat. And I used the body pillow of her, she used the body pillow of mine, and she was pinned at the top of my chat, and I was pinned at the top of her chat. And I kind of got a vibe like I was, in a way, taking her from her group. And maybe it's just me, maybe just overthinking, but I feel like many people treated me like, who is this guy coming out there and damaging the morale of the group or something like that? So, did you see that, or is it just me, or because I can feel like with groups sometimes some people in a group can take it a bit more seriously than other people.
I think it was just you, because I definitely no one in my group
Mhm.
had an issue. No one in my group really cared.
Oh,
It
that's
was
good.
kind of like they were kind of like, yeah, what's going on? Is that like a marriage post? I'm like, oh yeah, it was just like a like thing. They're like, oh cool. Um, I wouldn't say anyone really cared. I did have some people that thought it was serious,
Because
not
I
like people that knew me, but I had like a couple like VTuber like more acquaintances that were like, wait, you got married? And I'm like, not for real, no, no.
because I had some people actually ask me, "Are you married? Are you going out with Val?" And I was like, "No, no, it's just a joke." Um, and they're like, "Oh, thank you. I was just checking."
Oh,
I was
thank
like,
you.
"Oh, what is
Thank
going on here?
you.
What do you
Thank
mean?
you.
Hey, Baku, what does it mean just checking? What?
Just checking.
Just
Okay,
checking?
well,
It's basically, are you
yeah,
single?
yeah.
No, it's more like, is Val single?
Uh-huh.
That's what I
I
was. That's the hint that I understood. Hey, I want to hit on Val. Is it okay? Are you dating her, or is she free? And I was kind of cringing, to be honest. Just checking.
yeah, no one acted like that in my chat. If anything, I think I didn't have like anyone who like seriously had an issue, but I did have one person who was the opposite, where they'd come in and they were like, you stole my husband's mimic." And I was
My God.
so I had like I guess one of your viewers was like a jealous wife husband. Like
Oh my God. Was it like Anton or something? There, my community was very enthusiastic about it. It was like a hype. If I forgot to pin Val, they were like, "Oh my God, you gotta do it!" Some of my mods would just enter and pin Val for me. Um, I think my community was a bit more happy about it. They're more enthusiastic than me, actually, which was really funny.
it's like your parents. Oh, our
Yeah.
little mimic finally getting married.
They had something to play around with. Oh, there's an event going on. Then on Twitter, I think Aisha was like, "You stole my wife. What are you doing? Who is this? I can't believe you done this to me. No."
Oh yeah, I think Aisha might have done something like that as a joke.
Yeah, then we played D&D together. This is kind of how I met Valdis's group, actually.
Oh, you were scared of that, Arrow. You were scared of that joke becoming a drama thing. That
Didn't
you
mimic
got
about it.
married.
Actually, yeah.
Uh,
He actually was scared about this. Well, we were during that time we dealt with some unexpected drama with some other group, and we're kind of traumatic in a way. So we're very careful of everything, and we're like, oh no, what if you broke Valdis's group? What if this? What if that? Which aligns again on this weird web of interaction with other people online, because you have people from other cultures and people from other communities and people who deal with stuff in a different way, and you never know who's gonna take something as a joke, who's gonna take something seriously.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely like not territorial with our
Mm.
members like at all. They have full autonomy. Um, I definitely like one or two of our members even have like some people that they stream with that like I personally I do not like. I do not fuck with. Like I like can't even be around. But like I'm not gonna be like you can't stream with that person. Like no, they can stream with whoever
Mm.
they want. We have no right to dictate that.
I had a very similar issue to it because in my chat there is a running joke that I was quote unquote proposed to because of the Lord of the Rings meme and Schmeagle. Um and so I actually had people then DMing me saying like I should be careful that it doesn't like escalate, or that I then get like people messaging me about having it be affecting both streamers and just kind of like getting out of hand. And then like what you guys had is like people going to each other's chat and kind of being like, oh, you stole this person from me, or you stole that person, or are you guys actually a thing? But then I definitely had to like clarify it with my chat that it's just an ongoing joke, which is like, and I feel like it's well known in my community now because we even have a ring pop emote.
The what emote?
A ring pop.
The ring top.
Oh, the ring pop,
Because
right?
because Schmeagle has the ring, and the ring is the precious.
It's precious. Titan's chastity belt. What is going on?
Your cheers are ring pops too. Exactly. Exactly.
I
And so
love
it's
ring pops.
they're so expensive now. I wanted to get one. It was $3.
Can't you get like a box of 100 on eBay or something?
Probably, but who's gonna eat all of that?
Well, don't get a box of 100, then get a box of 10. I don't know.
Okay, I say that as I'm eating a jawbreaker.
Isn't it like
I
a
don't think
1
I've
week?
ever had a jawbreaker.
One whole week to eat one?
Jawbreakers are good. If you can get
When I
the
was a
one on the
kid, I-
lollipop, that's good.
I was scared they would like break my teeth or break my jaw. or
Break the jaw,
something.
yeah, I like the name.
You're not
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
bite them. You're just they're hard. They're supposed to
I
be
like
hard
to
candy.
bite.
You lick them for a whole year.
No, I want to bite.
There's YouTube videos that break jawbreakers to see what's inside. Or melt them.
Melt them. I've just been licking this one because I just didn't want to keep something in my mouth. I've been holding it and just licking it.
Actually, we had so much fun that we almost have like 20 minutes left. So I wanna bring this to our last topic that we're gonna talk about today, which is a bit of the lewd stuff, the adult gaming.
Adult gaming.
And we've been playing around with a fancy name for the topic. It's how much lewd could a VTuber prude?
Wait, what?
So, Val, you have been doubling with the idea of playing a lewd game on a different platform.
Yeah, I have actually already.
How
If
did it
anything,
work?
I'm on a break from it.
You did it once or a few times?
I did it a couple of times. Like yeah, I streamed a couple hentai games on another platform. It's
Wait, are you talking about games that do
What?
hand holding?
yeah, that and other stuff. But
Oh my god!
I definitely I feel like I'm gonna like I when I made my like other platform account for that kind of stuff, I originally felt obligated where I'm like I feel like every like Friday or something maybe I should stream there, like, or maybe at least like every like other week. When it comes to lewd streaming,
She said comes.
oh my god. When it comes to lewd streaming, absolutely you cannot push yourself to do what I've learned because definitely there's nothing worse when you're streaming a game that you're not really invested in or having fun with. It kind of becomes a chore. When you're streaming a hentai game that you're not having fun with and you find kind of cringe, and it's on like another platform that like maybe like only like I was newer at the time, so like definitely like only a few of my followers trickled over for that content. Like that's fine. Like I didn't like I'm just like starting out on there and everything, but it's very weird to be in this like other like sort of like other website, like other streaming room doing this lewd content, especially when it's like
What's weird
I
about
don't
it? It's like it feel
it's
like sex work or something like that.
it's almost like doing like because like it was even worse because like to be fair like one or two like a couple of my friends followed me on there
You
and
can
it's
see the
like
true faces of people.
Mm.
yeah, but well, not even that. It's like, I mean, because like they want to support and stuff, but it's like when you have like a couple people in your chat and you know that like at least like one or two of them are like your friends, it's like, and it's like
You're gonna
weird
be
to
there for
like,
your normal streams afterwards.
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
and then you can't look them in the eye. Oh my god, my stomach.
Or you could just look them straight in the eye. You could just look
You
them
didn't
straight
eat
in the
before
eye
the
and just
stream again?
No,
Look at
I
this.
got a couple like crackers as like a snack that I was munching on, but I
Oh my
ran out
gosh.
No.
at like the start of the stream.
You're doing great. We're almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I can imagine that, and then people from the other side come back to your normal streams, and it's like it's probably really cringe or embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing, especially when you're like, because I was like voicing them and stuff. I would definitely, I kind of decided rather than like pushing myself to do the other platform like every like week or two, like I'm gonna have long periods where like if I'm not in the mood to play anything on there, I'm not gonna be playing anything on there. I'm gonna try to maybe post like art sneak peeks. I did mention on my thing, and I'm down to do like script redeems if people want to like maybe do like small lewd ASMR scripts, and like I'd rather do stuff like that than like stream lewd games unless one comes out that I really want to play, because like for instance I love like they're not even that bad for hentai games, but like I love like the honey pop games. I think they're just super fun and you can't stream them on Twitch.
Mm.
So whenever like if it comes out, like whenever they make like a honey pop 3, I'm 100% going to be streaming that on that platform, but I'm not gonna be like pushing myself to stream hentai games that I'm barely interested in, kind of thing. Because then
Actually,
you're just miserable and it's weird.
I really love the Leisure Suit Larry. Leisure Suit Larry 7 is one of my favorite games of all times. But that is the only Larry game in the series that is banned on Twitch. All other Larry games, which are much more lewd, are okay. That one is not. And that's just baffling.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Leisure Suit Larry 7, Love for Sale. It's one of my favorite games of all times. But unfortunately, it's not for Twitch. It's not that lewd. I mean, it's lewd. It's not that graphical. It's not really graphic. But they decided that it's bad for all kind of reasons.
Which is really dumb, especially now that you can like mark your streams as like 18 plus and stuff. Like you can put sexual content, like, and I feel like once they added that, like they should kind of, and like they already allow sex scenes in certain games, so it's like they should.
I mean, you have
allow
a hot tub category where
Mm-hmm.
people with swimsuit write the names of their subs on their body. Chat, if I write your name on my body, would you sub to me? And when I say sub, I don't mean subscribe, I mean submit.
Oh.
submit.
Yes.
Yes. Wait, no, too late. Too late. You're submitted now.
You already agreed.
As long as the game itself and not the streamer, it should be okay. That's complicated beyond us, the terms of service and whatever kind of weird decisions they have in. Oh, Valdixvox, thank you
damn.
so much.
He submitted.
Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm doing either 2 push-ups or 5 squats. You can choose your
I thought you were
flavor.
doing
I'll do them.
both.
No, I'm doing either. If I get 10 subs, I'm not gonna do both. Are you crazy? You know, after I had
That's
to
what I
do-
did.
What? Well, you're crazy. You're crazy. Prime submission.
I'd vote squats, get that ass.
Squats.
About
You
that
did
name.
push-ups last time.
You can call me Mimic. I'll do squats then.
Call me
Yeah.
Mimic, the squat king.
Squatter. Who won?
Squatter.
2, 3. I'm squatting.
Thick chest.
Ah,
Squatting at Sonic speed.
that's good. I need to squat more. Yeah.
Push-ups too. See, I'm not the only one saying for push-ups. Both of them.
You know what? It's the first sub today. I'll do push-ups as well.
Push-ups are hard, man. Squats are so much easier.
Why does that sound so painful?
We did a bit. Thank you all so much for the workout.
Push-ups are hard.
Ah.
They are.
Also, I just noticed we have 2 more clips I wanted to show. So let's show Nyx's clip first.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to show the clip. Couldn't push up to save a life. Baku, it's time for a push-up collab.
It's time for push-ups.
Baku,
Whenever
why
you
are you
are
doing
ready.
awake? Baku, isn't like really early for you? Okay, you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
So some of you will die, but that is a sacrifice. I'm not gonna speak anymore.
Yeah, I'm done talking. I completely skipped second and went straight to third.
So this was during my Subnautica stream. No, not Subnautica. I think it was Apex. And we were just waiting for a lobby, and so I was just reading chat, and was it Apex or was it Stranded Deep? It might have been Stranded Deep, but basically I was reading chat, and somehow I don't even know how I just started having, when I was saying it, I said it with a southern accent, and I heard it, and I just could not finish the sentence. I like kind of thought back to like how did this happen, and then I was like thinking like, oh wait, I've been listening to an audiobook for the past week that is spoken with a southern accent. That is why. Yes. I think it's this one.
We're missing one person, aren't we?
We're missing Val.
We're missing
What?
you.
Oh, because
We're
it
missing
won't
you.
let me you give me
Goodbye.
no.
I could just press start. We could just start without her. I could
No,
just
Yeah,
no,
we could
no,
we could just
you
start
get off.
without her.
This is my.
Just do
I
it.
will end stream. I will end stream right now. This is no. This is. You get
Can you
off.
be the
You get off
mushroom?
my raven. You get off. You get
You should
off.
be the
You get
mushroom.
off my raven. You switch.
Yeah, be the mushroom.
I don't want to be the mushroom. I don't want to be stupid
But
mushroom.
you're-
I want to be the
you're
raven.
drifting mushroom.
I want to be the race car, Mom. It's my turn to be the race car. I'll be the reaper.
Always take the race car, bitch.
I hate. She took my raven.
Do you want to explain what happens in this clip?
She took the raven, and I was mad about it.
Well, when I
Aw.
said explain, I expected you to explain what the hell is the raven. Who is she?
Yeah, well, we're playing Jackbox, and that was my cousin Maddie, who I kindly
Maddie bought such a
graciously-
raven. Oh my
yeah,
god.
I graciously invited her to play with us, and I think I forget if this was my birthday.
You
or
feed her
no.
with your hand, and this
No,
is
it
how
wasn't-
she repays you.
I forget what it. Oh, I think it was just like it might have been the New Year's stream actually. But I just I invited her, and yeah, she took. She knows I picked the raven, and she took it from
She
me.
knew she did it on purpose. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I was mad.
ravens are in high demand.
She's really cute. I'm gonna give another shout out to Valdis because she's so cute and adorable. Oh my god.
No.
You gotta follow her because how cute she is.
Just like Maddie, because like Maddie and I have known each other because like we're related, so like we've known each other since we were kids, and that's why I'm like, she was always that person that like took the one I wanted. So I started going like, I want to be the race guy.
Man, The race car. So she took your race car as well?
I don't remember actually which one we like.
In,
to
like,
be
Monopoly?
I forget which one I like to be. But
In
like,
Monopoly,
I
I usually take the small thing, the what you call it, the thumb cover.
The thumbnail?
Uh,
No.
Is it a thumbnail? No, it's like look like a
Thumb.
trash can for thumb. Tuck thumb, thumb tuck.
Thimble.
Thimble.
Thimble. That's right.
It's kind of a cute name, Thimble.
I always take the dog or the car.
I take the thimble because nobody takes that, so I know it's safe for me. Nobody will steal that from me.
Nobody can take it from you.
And we were kids, nobody knew what a thimble is, so we always thought it's a trash can. It's like, I'm taking a trash can.
Oh my gosh. That's so cute. One is the other way around, it's a thimble.
I knew what a thimble is because of like Peter
Thimble,
Pan.
thimble.
I think I was a big Peter Pan fan as a
Peter
kid.
Pan. Who's your favorite character?
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. No
She was
wonder
such
you're
a
a
bitch.
tsundere. Oh my god.
What?
Tinkerbell is the biggest tsundere ever in the history of
Yeah.
literature. She's the first tsundere in literature.
She's like the original Western tsundere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize
And
that.
she's a bitch. She's edgy. She would murder Wendy.
She's a bit of a yandere too though.
She's a yandere, definitely,
She's
yeah.
like, man, someone's getting real close with
And-
Peter.
And she's a menhera as well. She's like, Peter, I love you. Peter hates me. Peter, I love you so much. She's definitely and if she would be existing today, she would definitely say ooh at the end of sentences.
Oh no, don't ruin her.
No, that improves her.
No.
He's ruining it for the children. He's improving it for the adults.
I had a crush on Tiger Lily. She was a badass.
Fair.
Mm.
She's like, because I love the side character, and she's not a main character. Like they have the Native American storyline, and she appears every once in a while, and you don't know that she has a crush on Peter Pan. She's not a crush on Peter. Like, what's her story? And then she's a badass. She's like karate chop and kick the pirates. She can't fly. She doesn't have magic power, and she's just super badass. I love her. Also, the name.
remember I had a
Tiger
crush on, like, honestly, like, I probably had the most of a crush on Peter Pan as a kid.
Mm.
But I will admit, I always found the mermaids very attractive. It's just
Oh,
something
yeah.
about, like, they're so pretty, and then, like, they get so little screen time in the movie, but they're so pretty, and then I just love, like, we only wanted to drown her, and I'm just like, why is that so hot to me? Like, as a kid, I didn't understand, and I'm like, what is it about someone just wanting to fucking kill you that, like, gets my gear? Like, just, what is it?
The only Peter Pan is Robin Williams. He did an amazing job. My favorite
I
is
love that Peter Pan in Hub.
Peter Pan no Boken, which is a Japanese anime of Peter Pan. They are very based on the books, but they took a lot of liberty in the last episode, and it is one of the most Ghibli anime ever. The ending is like a Ghibli movie. It's like Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away. It's amazing. I love it so much. So really, give it a shot. Peter Pan or Balkan. Also, Tinkerbell is hot in that, and they have a lot of creepy anime stuff, creepy horror, mecha, giant weird birds. Yeah. Captain Hook is a mecha in a way, like a small mecha that he activates. He makes a robot, and there's a lot of magic and sacrifice. And Tinkerbell is actually a tsundere with a Japanese tsundere voice, and there was something really cool about it. I forgot. But it's very anime, very
I think
anime.
you lied to me about the Tinkerbell though, like that picture.
Well, which one?
I put it in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
I looked up Tinkerbell in it because I was curious.
Yeah, Tinkerbell in that anime, she is hot as fuck. She looks like a fairy, like a weird ass face, and this is the anime style. It's very Peter Pan or Balkan.
I think we got a question.
FBI open. Well,
Yeah,
it's a
we have a
fairy. She's like-
question.
a question. What's the question?
The
Well, I
if,
find
if,
more
if-
pictures.
the one picture that Valdo sent.
What's in the picture? I don't understand.
No, it's just she looks so derpy.
Oh well, you know, it's anime. You can't just take one frame. That's not fair. You gotta take the whole, you know. You gotta see the animation. You can just take one thingy. It's just.
You're right. Let's give her a different frame. There we
I
go.
actually got a really cool picture of Peter and Wendy here. I believe there's subs for this whole anime somewhere on the internet. So it's a really precious anime. Also, it's from the 80s. It's very early on. Everything is drawn by hand. It's very cool. And the pirates are so cool as well. There's this pirate who has knives in his hat, like a big mustache. Like, I don't know, mustache pirate.
Mustache pirate.
And there's a lot of floating islands. This is making it very Japanese. Lots of floaty island and sand waterfall. And Captain Hook at one point starts flying, so they have a floating ship. It's so much anime that you wouldn't believe it. And that's one of my first exposure to anime. Also, here's a really derpy picture of Peter. That's a
Oh my
really derpy
God.
one. You can
Oh,
see
wow.
his. Yeah, it is very Ghibli in a lot
Boys
of
with
things.
Cute smiles. Am I right?
Also, wait, I found Target Lily. Look at her, she's so cute. Oh my god. She's so cute. Oh my god. It's Peter Pan, so you know, a bit racist Native American. That's what you get with the old stuff. But they gave a lot of life to every character. And the crocodile is so cool as well.
Also, I definitely do smile ear to ear like that. Just absolutely.
Aww.
Also got you the mermaids. Found the mermaids.
Why do the mermaids look better than the main characters in this anime?
The girls. Here's a crocodile. Girls always look better than the guys in
That is, yeah.
in anime. Guys are boring, girls are hot. That's the
Not
basic
anime
of Japanese.
femboys.
But
That is true. That is true.
the alligator earlier was so cute.
It's adorable. And when he walks, the flower on the head moves like a clock. Tick tock, tick tock.
Aww.
Oh.
So if you like some creepy horror anime stuff with a lot of Ghibli vibes, definitely check out Pita Peno Boken.
Also,
might
yeah,
might
men
even be
have
on
two-
Crunchyroll.
Men have two body types in anime. It's either like, well, I'd say maybe like three. It's either short and slim,
Mm.
tall and tight muscles but slim, or bodybuilders. That's it. Femboy, lanky boy, and bodybuilder.
Dad bod.
Dad bod.
I feel like I never see dad bod men in anime.
It's not that popular.
Yeah.
We got only a few minutes left. There's actually a lot more stuff that I wanted to talk about, but we didn't have time. But it was
Interesting.
a pleasure to have you here, Val. And where can we catch you? What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do after that?
Oh, my next stream is gonna be Friday, so tomorrow I'm doing Baldur's Gate at 5:30 PST.
You're gonna call the stream Valdis Gate?
Baldur's Gate.
Valdis Gate 3.
Ooh.
This is
Dragons
Valdis. Please
stuff.
check her out. Also, I'm gonna
think so.
shout out Nyx in a bit after that. Valdis Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate. Did I act? Wait, did I activate nudity? What?
In Baldur's Gate, there's nudity.
Oh no, I didn't actually. I didn't know if Twitch would get mad since
Yeah,
it's
it's
such a clear
probably not
choice.
good for a stream.
What?
Probably
I
not good for a
wanted to
stream.
put it on, but I figured Twitch would get mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although there's Witcher 3 and such.
It's on for yeah.
Oh, I was worried to start playing offline. And later on Valdiz's Discord server, we're gonna watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
What
That'll be
about you,
fun.
Nix? What's your plans?
So my next stream is gonna be tomorrow at 2 p.m. CST, and I'm actually gonna be playing the game Escape the Ayuwaki, where the monster is alerted by your mic and sound alerts. So,
Oh,
I'm gonna try to not die because of my chat, or get a heart attack. Taking a 1 week break from Subnautica. I'm doing some other games before I hop back into playing a lot of Subnautica.
nice. What am I doing? I have something on Saturday. Tomorrow Friday, so no stream. Saturday evening, I'm probably gonna play something, maybe Holocure, and then Saturday night we got a tart reading with a small coffee cut called Latte. We gotta do a tart reading about love.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be a relationship-related tart reading, which is always fun to do.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna finish off before talking about our weekly goals. So Val, every week we choose one small goal for each of us about what we talked today. So who wants to start?
I don't know if I have anything about what we talked today.
I think it can be, you can choose whatever. Small goal
Mm-hmm.
to improve yourself, be better in streaming. Maybe do something that you wanted to do for a while but you didn't.
I am kind of stealing from last week, but honestly, I definitely I definitely need to post on TikTok because like I have like I think all in all like 3 posts on TikTok. I definitely need to post something on there. Weekly fitness goal. Actually, yeah. Weekly fitness goal. Get to the gym as much as I did this week. I was
Wow.
at the gym like so much this week. I want to do that next week too.
Get to the gym.
Get to the gym.
Hit those
Get to the
gym.
gym. Live
And
at the gym.
I'll go with a running in VC. My community completed the stretch goal, making me go outside and touch grass. I said I'm gonna do a 1 hour run, walk, run as much as I can, and it's gonna be. I can't stream it. I don't have a GoPro, and my phone is definitely not strong enough to stream. But I will be on someone else's voice chat when they stream, or just in the voice chat in the Wizardry
Oh my
server.
God. Maybe I should do
Mm.
that. 'Cause the only thing is I usually swim at the gym. Like my biggest thing is the pool. Maybe I should just like bring my phone, like um be in the Discord. Like for anyone that wants to join, it is
Oh my
currently
God.
That is
slashing
awesome.
ASMR.
That's amazing. Breathing heavily and
Breathing.
screaming ASMR.
Breathing
Just hear
heavily,
water
trying
splashing.
not to drown.
Splashing ASMR.
I mean, last time I did a lot of just like kicking against the wall and stuff, so I didn't like I could just do that, like not
Mm.
against the wall, but like just like
Yeah.
kicking and like treading water and stuff. Just like,
Mermaid
splashing.
mermaid drowning ASMR.
Mermaid drowning ASMR.
Let's go.
Glub glub noises.
Glove ASMR. Nix, what about you?
I think I'm gonna go back to the consistent and persistent, and just kind of update a lot of things that I've been meaning to do on my Twitch.
So Polish Twitch.
Polish Twitch.
Gonna put those in our Discord and we're gonna see in 1 week if it happened. Oh, we got 1.5 minutes of ads just in time. So we have a bit more time to talk now. Also, I'm gonna go to our VTube Wizardry server, the VTWiz in the NVP. Our weekly goals. Gonna put it here. And we're gonna see if, well, people will see for us if we do it or not. Those are here, please check out the VTWiz Discord server. What kind of things do you need to polish on your Twitch, Nix?
So I want to make a new banner. I'm gonna update / redo my profile picture because it's very grainy, and then probably clear out some old commands that aren't used. Same with sound alerts and redeems, and then maybe look into drawing some more, either some more emotes, different emotes, and or changing my sub badges.
Mhm.
So there's a lot. But I think if I can get like a couple of those done, I'll be more motivated to continue making changes.
Nice. Sounds good. We got like 30 more seconds. Here's the collab command. The collab command. Yeah, also the collab command. Thank you, Ryu, for the stretch and hydrate. Next week, we're gonna be on your channel.
Yep, next
the
week
same
it's gonna be on my channel. What day is it next week? It's gonna be at Thursday, 7 a.m. CST, because I have a busy day. And so the only time we could do it is going to be 7 a.m. CST, which is 1 p.m. GMT.
Did I know that?
Yes. You agreed to it.
I did not change the time, though.
You said the time works.
Yes, tell me again. Yeah, it's okay. Just tell me again the time.
1 p.m. GMT, so the old podcast time.
7 a.m. CST?
Yes.
Thursday, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Professionalism in stream.
Yeah. Oh no. Are you sure you told me? And I agreed. I don't
Yes.
remember.
We had a conversation about this, and then I sent you cat pictures.
What if I changed another week? No, that is so weird. Oh well. Next week, Thursday, 1 p.m. GMT at wait, 1 p.m. GMT? That's not 7 a.m. Huh? 7 a.m. CST.
So 1
GMT.
p.m. or 12 p.m.? It's one of the two.
That's
but
12.
It's,
That's 12
okay,
p.m. That's
12 p.m. There we go. 12 p.m. GMT.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna go back to the early morning noon that we haven't been in a while, and we'll keep you updated after that. Thank you so much, Val, for joining us today.
Yeah.
We had a
Thanks
pleasure.
for inviting me.
Yeah, and we're going to raid Sopralto, who's also a VTuber. She's playing Honkai right now. Just started right now streaming. We're gonna give him some love, some podcast love. We got the Nameless Vtuber Podcast raid message. Thank you everyone for joining us in the podcast. Hope you learned something. Please check out the VTWiz for the millionth time. There's a channel there for the podcast. You can go and talk with us about whatever you want. Maybe some epiphanies you had after the podcast. And we'll see you all next week on Nyx's channel. And as always, I'll be back.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.
And they can still hear us on the ending.
No,
So-
they can't.
Yes, they can.
Yes, I
So,
can.
Yeah, they can. Check out. So tell us. Don't gaslight them that they can't hear. We're in your head.
Gaslight.
In
Gaslight.
your head. Ooh. Give us a tip to the viewers. Val, what did you learn today?
That I need to organize myself better because I suck.
No.
Oh,
That's not true.
Self-deprecating stream. When?
I need to mod my content better.
She can do it with the power of friendship.
Yes, anything is possible.
Raid. Rated.
Great.